Hello, everybody, and top of the morning to you, chatties. It's fucking St. Patty's Day. Hello. Also, I made sure to wear some green. I made sure to wear some green today, cause y'all are fucking freaks, and I don't need y'all pinching me today. But hi, hello, YouTube. I have not been on YouTube in a minute. Are you just fucking dabbing in chat? Oh, wait, we're not allowed to curse early enough. Okay, redacted. Audio jungle. Killer 8-bit era art music. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. I'm not allowed to say the fun words. I'm not allowed to say my sentence enhancers yet. But that aside, hello everybody. Welcome on in. I hope everyone's been having a good day of Shamrock Shake. Is it Chicago that dyes the water green? I actually forget. Is it Chicago? That's the one that I'm pretty sure Chicago's the one that dyes the river green every year. Which honestly, no one likes green water. And like, I know you're not really generally supposed to like go swimming in the river, but like, I don't know about y'all, but like, green water's like just, it feels less trustworthy to go in. So like, I don't know if they're putting it in there to kind of like keep people from jumping in, but like, yeah, great. Howdy Scooter won't be here for very long. Very EP. No, I get you, gamer. Yo, quit your job and stay with me forever instead. How about that? Or you could do a funny little thing that we like to call here in the business. Liquid caffeine. Green colored butter ice cream. Oh yeah, no. Oh look, icing's always a good way. Although I will say, like, the sheer number of times I've had my teeth stained like green or blue with various like food dye coloring. It's an unfortunate amount of times. I mean, I guess that's just kind of like part of just like growing up. Like you're eventually gonna have like a shit food dye like in your cupcakes. Don't have a job, Carlito. Oh no, I'm sorry, gamer. Yeah, I hope you get some good EPs though when you can. But yeah, I might partake in the St. Patty's Day fun here in a little bit. I think I might grab myself a nice chug. I wish I had some Guinness. I've never had Guinness before. I've heard really good things about Guinness, although I've heard that like Guinness is like really bad warm, but like absolute like top tier when it's like ice cold. Let me also calibrate real quick. Use organic food dyes will learn really fancy. Here's the thing. I am not a beer drinker myself. I'm very much more like I will drink a Shamrock Shake and then I will drink a lot of whiskey. Oh, I should have thought of like maybe some like maybe something mixed with the Shamrock Shake. Has anyone else ever called like a Shamrock Shake something a little I used to call it Shrek. I'm gonna leave that sentence alone. YouTube Day? Yeah, it's YouTube Day. I meant to go live way earlier, but unfortunately for me, I've been having an issue with my computer for the last 2 days, and while I could have had it fixed yesterday, let's just say I've one of my PC fans in my in my mainstream PC was shot. Like the ball bearings absolutely dusted. It sounded like a nice like Ducati just like speeding down the Autobahn. It was just so freaking loud. It was so loud. It like I'd be just like giving the news here, like, and it's like, are you okay, big dog? And then I had to go figure out what I was gonna do for that, and so that was some of the reason why I haven't been live the last couple days. Because here's the thing. I'll be damned if I am going to spend Best Buy's prices for a screwdriver kit and new fans. Because not only... Oh, also, I think my music might be a little loud. Because not only did I find out that one fan was shot, it ended up being 2 fans was shot. I only heard the one. The other stopped spinning. And I didn't notice. So I had to buy 2 fans, and then apparently in the move, I've completely misplaced my normal PC repair kit. And those PC repair kits are so inexpensive when you don't buy them from iFixit. Those PC repair kits are so inexpensive when you do not buy them from iFixit. You buy them from iFixit, you get, I'll be honest, a very, very good kit, but like you're paying like $40, $50, sometimes even up to $65. I got like a kit with like just as many bits and even more for $9. For $9. The only problem is I had to wait a day, so I'm like, is it worth a $35 repair now? No, sorry, is it worth a $70 repair for that day, or a $35 repair for 1 extra day? And I probably should have done the same day, because like every day that I don't stream is another day closer to homelessness, and I gotta figure out how to like raise like $600 to $800 more between now and the end of the month. But hey, you know what? I believe in my red team, my purple team, my blue team. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll figure it out together. But yeah, it was a lot of. I will say, it made me feel kind of smart taking my PC apart again, because it's been so long in the last couple times, it's like not worked immediately after, and I've had to troubleshoot a lot more, but it made me feel very smart in that I took everything apart and everything worked right away. Right away! Also, there was one other thing I was like a little nervous to install, but I finally got over to installing. And I finally installed that capture card from a few months ago. And all I can say is, holy, the 4K 60 looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, it looks so good when I run my PC through it. My PC normally looked notably fuzzy, not on y'all's end, but on my end. And now it looks pristine. 2560 by 1440, even up to 4K, full resolution, full pass through. It looks so good. Plus, it freed up a USB port that I actually needed. And now, since it runs directly off the NVMe, we should be good to. I can now run everything, including my new tracking. So I'm gonna check a few things with that. But yeah, I'm excited, and also thank you so much everybody's shown on up already. So yeah, it was a long day. That's some of the reason why I've been so late today. I was trying to be live by like 3 or 4 p.m. But like I woke up at 1 after yesterday, kind of didn't go my way. Kind of had one of those like espresso depresso kind of eeps where you're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna sleep, and however long that ends up going. And so I slept. Did that a little bit more, and now I'm here. Yo, something like Kiri, welcome in, hun. But yeah, so PC fixed. Oh, also, I realized since I had to go through the BIOS to check the fans and things like that, I realized that I actually had not overclocked my new RAM. So guess who has 80 gigs of RAM? That is properly overclocked to the BIOS settings. This girl. So I think I'm good on RAM for the foreseeable future, which Y'all do not want to know how. I forget. I was watching some tech news the other. I forget which company, but one of the major RAM providers, not Crucial because they're shutting down. Not Micron, who makes Crucial. It was another one. Said that they're going to not have any additional RAM for the consumer market till like 2028, like end of 2028. I'm like, oh no. Oh wait, I also did see one other. I don't know if I consider it cool or cringe, but there's now some like enthusiast motherboards and some budget motherboards that have weird numbers of RAM slots. Like there's this new motherboard that has like 3 RAM slots that I saw. And 2 of the RAM slots are DDR5 and 1 is DDR4. And it's for people trying to build budget PCs. It can't run both at the same time. But yes, it's cause we love slop. Look, we eat slop. We consume slop. Slop is everywhere. That being said, though, I do like eating my slop bowls. Do I like consuming slop content? Absolutely not. Do I like eating my slop bowls? Yeah, a little bit. I will occasionally slurp up some Chipotle or like a Cantina bowl from Taco Bell. I will occasionally like slurp that up. I'm just saying. But AI slap, nah, get out of here. Also, one other thing, I need to find the article for it, but did y'all hear about what was happening with Arc Raiders? Honestly, the one thing that kept me from playing the finals when that first released, because Arc Raiders and the finals is the same company. So I found out that the finals used AI voice acting, and I'm like, that's kind of bad. I still overlooked it for the most part on Arc Raiders because the game itself spoke volumes, and while they would not have supported it if the game devs just yoinked voices, they did hire VAs, and just for the sheer number of components in the game, they like... Apparently they're like a AA developer, so they didn't necessarily have the same kind of budgets, so they put it in the VA's contracts that they will be recording their voices, so I didn't feel as bad about it because at least the VAs knew that their voices were going to get recorded to be used for AI voice acting. They at least signed the contracts and were paid with that in mind. So like that was enough to cover the pail for me. But some good news, some really good news. Now, since the game has made enough money, they are actually, the director of the game, I believe, or somebody high up in the game said, look, I'm going to be so honest. Real voice acting is just better. We as a company are going to go about replacing all the voice lines over time with real VAs and kind of ditch the AI voice acting that we've been utilizing in Arc Raiders. Yeah, exactly, Kathleen. It's like it normalizes the mindset. Like the consent is given, which that means it's on the VAs, but it is also normalizing the practice. Yeah, but the good news, the end news with it is the VAs actually. Yeah. Look, Arc Raiders is getting real VAs, which that's going to take a long time. I mean, I know that there's only like outside of like the actual. Technically, I think it would only be 2 VAs for the main characters, right? Before I hired humans to voice robot characters to say hundreds of names for 1C. True! That is, oh my god. I was so sad when they didn't have Scout for Fallout 4. I'm like, no! Codsworth can't say my name. But yeah. So, fun fact, gamers. It's still gonna have AI voice acting for a little bit longer, but we get to see the good ending where Arc Raiders is ditching its AI voice acting. So, you know what? Plus 2 Arc Raiders. You're one of the few companies who's actually pivoting away from the slopulism instead of the other way around. So, look, I'm not gonna lie. Big Poggies, Arc Raiders. So let me take a little bit sip of my liquid caffeine. Yeah, the gaming world is healing. What's some other news I saw? Oh, yeah, who here saw that Fortnite is releasing their second ever Vtuber collab skin? So at the beginning of the year, which I'm sad I missed out on it, Fortnite did a collab with Kizuna Ai, which is like the VTuber, like the person who like coined the term VTuber. Get thumbs up. Thank you, Zenith. But they just did their second ever collab, which I'm not gonna lie, is not the VTuber I thought it would. Like, honestly, when I think VTubers, now granted, this is coming from like a very, very like Western focused, like very, very like US focused mindset. I always think of like, if I'm thinking like giant VTubers, normally like the go-to would probably be in like Iron Mouse, or if we're going from the JP side of things, or the Corpo side, normally we would think like what? Like Mori Calliope. Or even if we're going with JP VTubers, I normally think of like Fubuki or Korone. And yeah, no, we got a collab with Suise, which, if you don't know who Suise is, she's the blue-haired Hololive JP member. She's the one who popularized the "Hi, honey," like that whole meme that was going around in the VTuber space for a while. Yeah, that's her. So, yeah, she is in Fortnite now. Which, since we have one Hololive member, I think it's going to be only a matter of time until we either get like a Hololive Battle Pass or just a crud ton of them, or even a lot of Hololive music in the game. So we'll see. Music's huge in Japan. That is fair. I didn't think about it, but yeah, she does actually have a lot of. She has recently been in a lot of music videos. I didn't think about that. Cheesy voice acting. That girl is too feral for this world. But yeah, I think I've gone over like most of like the little like kind of like little mini things. Also, y'all might be asking, hey Scout, you haven't finished your learning for Warhammer 40k. And you're right. I have slacked on my lessons. I'm currently rocking that 2.0 GPA. I'm not passing, right? I'm not passing my Warhammer knowledge. And I feel bad about that. But hear me out. Between the PC fixes, a lot of things going on behind the scenes, as well as a lot of preparation things, I didn't feel comfortable doing that tonight. I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to let Sensei Bricky like give me his best, brightest lessons, that I need to be in the right headspace for it. I need to, this time I'm literally going to start taking notes, because there is a few things I literally want to go back and re-watch the vid in my own time, because there's definitely a few things that I need a little bit of a refresher on before we go into a part 2. I am going to make sure that I have all the factions down to a T. So yeah, has been activated. It was also, I need to edit down the video a little bit, so I want to be able to have it out as a actual video. And when I do, if you missed the stream with my first time really learning the lore, I'll let y'all know in the Discord. Alternatively, even if you were there for the stream, I'd really, really appreciate it if you liked the video once it comes out. I'm gonna start actually posting individual vids for the channel and start actively making new stuff for you to consume that hopefully is not slop, or if your daily dose of my musings and what I think on certain topics. So we'll see where we go with this. Yeah, that's about it. So is Yander and Coda, they go into more depth with less memes, but they're just as good for beginners. Okay, throw me some in the suggested channels and let me know. CLS, the videos aren't up, there's nothing to like! Although you can like the stream and draw in some more people here if you like. Daily Dose of Scout. Yo, if I'm not gonna lie, if I found out I had a Daily Dose of Scout, like, if I had a Daily Dose of Scout, like, fan channel that was actively, like, the best example I can think of is, like, the Daily Dose of Snuffy channel, I would, and they actually posted daily, I'd cry. I'd cry. I'd cry. I'd cry really hard. That being said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still currently a C-list VTuber. I gotta work my way up to prominence for that, which y'all can help out with that by liking the stream and subscribing if you haven't. Also, wait, there's 25 of you in here. That makes me feel really good. I'm not gonna lie. That being said, I have my little ADHD proof list right here to keep me on track, to make sure I am not actively forgetting what I need to do. We actually have a few topics today. It's not going to be just the NVIDIA thing. It's just the NVIDIA ones is the most egregious. We're going to be watching 2 videos about it. One, I'm not going to be going through all the different people reacting to it because I'm the one reacting to it. It doesn't help. That's also very fair, gamer. For vids, yes. That being said, though, okay. Can I just tell you something real quick? First off, do I have a raise of hands on anybody who knows what DLSS is? Because I'm not gonna lie, DLSS is absolute coding wizardry. DLSS 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. DLSS first released with the, and this is from my knowledge set alone. James, that is literally our second major topic for tonight after NVIDIA. I literally have like full Reuters articles about it to go over that tonight. So stick around. We're going to be going through it together. Yeah, oh my god, I was literally like watching more craft and stuff right before. So yes, so first off, everybody, let's freaking go. Yeah, let's go. But first off, everybody though, explaining DLSS. So DLSS has been in all NVIDIA RTX cards starting with the 20 series. So the 2080 Ti was the first one that had it, and then the 2080, the 2070, the 2070 Super, the 2060, and the 2060 Super. Those were the cards that had the first iteration of DLSS, which stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling. Let's just say I basically had a degree in Linus Tech Tips when I used to work at Best Buy. Deep Learning Super Sampling basically used AI algorithms, not to be as confused with like modern AI, but like it basically would analyze a picture and kind of use the same kind of upscaling filters that a lot of cameras used. But instead, basically what it's doing is it's looking at trends between pixels and filling in the detail. The whole point was it allowed you, basically you could run a game at 1440p or even 4K, but instead of actually running it at 4K and making your graphics card, which at the time, unless you had a 2080 Ti, you could not run a 4K game. You could take a game in 4K like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was the famous example. Run it at half the resolution, so instead of 4K, you'd run it at 1440p. And it would look at trends as you turn your camera between pixels to fill in the detail, thus allowing you to basically render a game at a higher resolution than it's actually running, which saves so much resources and allows you to get higher frame rates in games that were really demanding. Cyberpunk being the famous example, The Witcher being like a famous example for a while. It allowed you to actually punch above your weight class. DLSS is like magic. DLSS 2.0 and then eventually DLSS 3.0 made it where I think by 3.0, I'm pretty sure they made it that like 96. It was like a 96% parity between the traditional 4K image and DLSS. Like you could not tell the difference. Does it reduce power consumption? Yes, because it actually runs the game at a lower resolution. It legitimately runs the game at a lower resolution, so it's not stressing out the card as hard. So you can either run it in higher frame rates or lower the power consumption, basically. So you kind of get to pick and choose. I'd say a game that did kind of make it a little weird. There was sometimes a ghosting issue with it. The one game that I feel like didn't use DLSS correctly was definitely Monster Hunter Wilds. Felt a little weird with it at first. Best example I can give is, who here remembers like the whole frame generation thing with Monster Hunter Wilds? It made the game playable for people with like lower end rigs or people that were running too much like me when I only had my single PC set up, but did tend to have some ghosting in cutscenes. That was the one thing I noticed with it. That was an extreme example though, and 9 times out of 10, any game that had DLSS, it was dumb to turn it off. And hello, Kage, welcome in, hun. But yeah, generally speaking, it was a bad idea to turn it off. That being said, if we get to today, so one day ago, NVIDIA made an announcement because if y'all know, NVIDIA, the reason why you can't get a graphics card is because all the major AI players out there like ChatGPT, like ChatGPT, Grok, like all the generative AI, I say we'll have throwing up. All those companies have basically bought up all the GPUs. NVIDIA makes more from, it was originally Bitcoin was the main problem. Like crypto was the original problem, but now it's been changed over to AI farms, basically. NVIDIA has become such an AI-focused company that all of their weird generative AI stuff is starting to leak its way into their other products. In this case, a very good program like DLSS 5. And I've seen very little. I haven't even watched the full 1-minute trailer. I've only seen like little blips of it just in my feed. It makes some of the games that they are showing off with DLSS 5 nightmare fuel. Legitimately, some of the games I've seen with DLSS 5, they fell from grace. We're going to get to grace in a second. Ironically, we're going to get to grace from a second. Grace is in the thumbnail, Lord Mega. They kind of, okay, who here's ever had a phone that has like a very, very aggressive filter on it? Like it's apparently like a lot of phones in China have like very, very aggressive like camera filters. But who here's ever had like a very aggressive camera filter on their phone? Whether it be something like, who here remembers like Snapchat filters back in the day? It is turning actual like game characters into uncanny valley nightmare fuel. It's uncanny, but it's the future, to be honest. I disagree. So I'm fine with photorealistic characters or like actual scans of people's faces put into games. Like the best example I can give is Death Stranding. All of the actors in Death Stranding, they basically bridge the uncanny valley. They look incredible. But I'm not gonna lie, all of the characters that I've seen even small blips of look a little, it's like they threw a makeup filter on somebody, but that also they textured the skin too. It's just better if I show you. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pull it on up. Yeah, like I don't think we're ready for some of the hyper realistic stuff, so I'm gonna throw myself in the corner and let's get started with it. Let me grab it real quick. Devil May Cry 5 is mixed photo scanning, and I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there are definitely characters who kind of pass the uncanny valley almost. Like, we're at that point. Let's not pretend that we're not. But it's, I haven't seen this in its entirety yet, so let's just get it over with and see what we can find with it. Do I have the full page? Let me resize it real quick. I have a question? Yeah, what's up? Any questions before we get started? Yeah, it looks overcooked, especially for the ones from Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't seen the full trailer yet. I'm going to be watching the full trailer for the first time. Someone else did with their model was like normal model with DLSS version, made her handsome skirt. I've seen that too. Since you started to do react more stuff. A submission channel. I'm planning on it. It's still in progress, so we'll see. It's very cursed though. So let's get started. This is through IGN. This is the DLSS 5 announcement trailer. Oh god, I'm scared. Please tell me they have like some sort of. Oh, I think I muted the site. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Well, let's see. We got Resident Evil first. I don't like that. It turned her into Scarlett Johansson. Not a fan. Oh, please don't massacre my boy. It makes him scraggly and like a nun. I hate that. I do not like this. I'll let it play out. Oh, I'm already scared at Starfield. Oh, I do not like this. It reminds me of like how uncanny like Dr. Halsey looked in the Halo 4 like pre-render trailers. I don't like the way they're looking at me. It's nightmare. It's nightmare. Holy dehydration. It doesn't look that bad at all. It makes his beard weird though. Too many faults. The Gen AI lip moving. It's scary. Okay, wait. We're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it frame by frame. I'm also gonna start by saying, I don't know why, but this definitely doesn't look like how I remember Grace looking in game. I definitely remember the models looking a little sharper. It feels like they're running the game at a lower resolution to show off. It looks like they're like playing the game at 1080p, because I've played the game at 1440 and I feel like Grace definitely looked more detailed than this. Love that they only show like 2 seconds of motion. Yes, it'll look so. People's faces are gonna morph in real time. Oh my god, it's people's faces are gonna like morph in real time, and it's going to give you the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, they set her on low on purpose. But like, look at this real quick. And okay, first off, wait. Like, yeah, she has some eye bags, but like they tried to turn that into like some smudged, like kind of like drippy like eyeliner with that. And also, I'm gonna be so real. Why did they kind of make her look a little? They kind of like Scarlett Johanssonized her a little bit. The morphing on the FIFA example, I'll have to take a look at that. But like, all I can say is it's nightmare. It's such a nightmare. Wait. Also, we're looking at the faces. Let me look at the background. I want to look at this pole. Changes the sheen on the pole. It is kind of overcast, so it's kind of hard to tell if the light was supposed to cast in that direction. Yeah, no, that's nightmare fuel. Please don't ruin such a pretty man. I see what you mean about like him kind of seeming the most unscathed. I want to see something though real quick. Extremely good. Well, the thing is, it's not changing the background in the same way like it's. Okay, I was making sure that they didn't change any of his like facial proportions. I just don't like I don't like what they did with the beard in this. Yeah, they like frizzed it a little bit. Yeah, they made the scruff like too scruffy. This is definitely not the worst example, though. Although, in their defense, they picked an absolutely, like, static position of his. Like, bro is not moving in this one. This one I'm going to see in my dreams tonight. He's the least drastically changed. Yeah, this one I'm going to see in my nightmares tonight. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, chat. I don't want to do it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like it. They like try to put like some more subsurface scattering on her. Like let me see. Like they wrinkled her wrinkles. Like they took her wrinkles and like baked them. Like they deep fried memed her face. They took her face and like deep fried memed it. It's so weird. Also, it's weird that they also made like her outfit more blue. Like look at like the bodice of like her like corset. Oh. They like made it more blue. I don't know why. And then she like moves for it. This one's egregious, yeah. It's like her wrinkles like kind of move in waves. I did not like that. This one's also pretty bad. Like I feel like they're running the game at a lower resolution. Like the model doesn't look bad. Like the texture work on the jacket looks pretty good. But it feels like the face is running at a lower resolution. Don't like that. Ooh, I do not like that. Like it almost gave him like highlighter on his nose. Like just look at this. Just look at this. Where is it pulling this detail from? Also, yeah, they added like an additional light source. No, they didn't really change the angle of light. It feels like they added more light sources. Where are they pulling detail from? Like, bro is completely clean shaven, but like, they gave him 5 o'clock shadow. Where is the 5 o'clock shadow coming from? This feels like, yeah, no, this feels like late teen, early adult to like 30-year-old actor they hire to play like a 30-year-old actor that they hired to play a high schooler in a Disney Channel original movie. I don't even want to talk about like the goblin dude in the background. If anything, kind of made it out relatively unscathed because it's supposed to be like a specific design. I just don't like how they changed the eyes. Also, the way they move, I don't like it. Just watch the lips move on this one real quick. Just watch the lips move. Oh, I hate that. Where'd her teeth go? Where'd her teeth go? Like, I get that it's a different mouth expression, but like... Oh, there's her teeth. They like kind of recessed them in a little bit. I don't know what I don't like about this one. It is weird that this one definitely feels the most realistic in a way, but it feels wrong, and I'm trying to figure out what. Like it's not the guy on the left that bothers me, it's the person on the right. Like, I don't know what they changed about the model that's... Granted, I don't like the way his lips move. Yeah, no, the background looks pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but here's the thing. The background's kind of more going based off of how DLSS used to work. the way the eyes kind of like... Wait, I want to see that with his eyes real quick. When he like glances over and then he glances back. Something about the eyes that's wrong. Literally, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm not an AI. I'm a cyber succubus. I just hide in your PC. Something about his eyes that just bother me. This is the example that somebody said you can tell like as it moves. I will say, at least with this one, they're kind of going based off of like real people, so it might be easier. But like the way the face is moving, it's like almost like feels like there's motion blur. Yeah, no, here's the thing. I feel like DLSS is going to look good with environments. It's just the faces. It just makes skinwalkers. It just makes skinwalkers out of nowhere. And I am not a fan. That being said, though, I did actually find another vid. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Digital Foundry before. This is Digital Foundry. They are basically a PC company that what they do is they run massive benchmarks on it. And it looks like they're going to actually break down certain things with it. So I do actually want to watch their take on it because Digital Foundry is really, really good when it comes to stress testing things. So I kind of want to see what they say on it. If it ends up being boring, we'll just swap to the next story. But I kind of want to just see what Digital Foundry does with it because they generally tend to be really good with being first hands-on with new tech and then put it through its paces. So I kind of want to see what they're doing with it. Okay, Digital Foundry, give us your best.
To a DF Direct special. We are at GTC at
I like this guy's last name, Lead Better.
We've just seen DLSS 5, and I think it's fair to say that it's one of the most surprising, potentially disruptive, transformative, next generation technology.
I feel like this one's the worst one. It's like the lighting changes how her face is supposed to look.
To lighting, the attempt being to bring photorealism to the.
He's the least bad, but he doesn't move much in his image.
Oliver McKenzie, you're joining me. You saw the demo as well.
Yes, Rich. I think this is probably the most impressive by quite a lot.
Sure, I mean, you can say, look, the tech is impressive. The end result's nightmare.
It's a very special technology showcase, I would say.
Yeah, I think we should kick off with what is DLSS 5.
I do kind of want to see...
Well, how do you describe it, Oliver? I mean, it is basically an attempt...
I do want to see how they describe it, though.
Traditionally, you would see like an
was this Ghost of Yote?
Hardware technology performance that would enable new lighting techniques. But I think what...
Well, that looks good, but also that's background.
Kind of like bypass all of that.
Granted, that game still looks gorgeous regardless.
Like a generation or two beyond.
Yeah, we want our Candy Valley back.
It's done entirely through machine learning.
Is this the Oblivion? Yeah, this is the Oblivion remake.
It's complementary to the existing ones, frame generation and super resolution. So, yeah, it's basically like
this game was already very pretty. I don't want to see the people. I will say the background's like
this particular image of Resident
No, I saw jitter. I saw that jitter. Did y'all see like that motion blur on that? I'm backing up a little bit. Did y'all see the background? Like this tree right here. This tree right here. Take a look at how it moves.
And super resolution. So
that's it off. That's it off. Oh, I guess it's on both. Never mind.
But, you know, I think
that's not a DLSS problem. That was an artifacting problem already.
This particular image of Resident Evil Requiem, where we saw this sequence here. So that's the original past-facing version that you're seeing there, and then kind of like the DLSS 5 take on it. Oliver, what do you think of this? Because this is like quite
I just want to know how it kind of figured out what makeup to put on her, though. That's what I don't like.
What DLSS 5 was.
No, the tech is crazy.
Blew me away. So basically,
yeah, no, I will say like the major focus on AI over the last.
Obviously, the path traced render has a great
the overall focus in AI over the last few years has made them make leaps and bounds of the tech. Doesn't mean I have to like it or like how the end result.
A grab bag of graphical techniques here in one fell swoop. Braces skin.
Do you know what this also kind of feels like? It kind of feels like it's taking the creative vision. Do you know what this definitely feels like though? Like it just removes the fog for no reason. It does remove the fog, although I will say a lot of games render fog. Actually, no, you are right. It does remove the fog from the background. A lot of games render fog. I'm going to also move myself down a little bit to make a little bit less of a PC load. But I do definitely get what you mean on that. But do you know what this feels like? Yeah, they definitely do add in light out of nowhere. This feels like the equivalent of like when an artist says, you did good, but I can draw what you made better. It feels like NVIDIA saying, we can take your artistic expression and we can make it look better than you can. I liked the fact that DLSS let you run games at a lower resolution, but maintain a higher fake resolution and higher frame rates. But it didn't change how the game looks. It took what was there and tried to spit it back out from rendering a lower resolution. I don't like when they're trying to make it look better than its best. Does that make sense? It really does. It really feels like when an artist or someone who thinks like they're an artist is trying to take somebody else's artistic vision or endeavor and basically say, I can do what you're trying to do better than you can. And no, I definitely do get like games that go for a realistic look. All I can say is I have a feeling we know why they're only showing human characters or humanoid characters and not like, imagine if they showed like the BOWs from like Resident Evil. Like if they showed the girl, if they showed Marie, or if they showed like any of the other like infected characters like Gideon, I feel it would look atrocious. Someone saying a joke and the next person saying it louder. Kind of. Want to see it in Minecraft? I will say, okay, AI did give us one really funny thing. Who here has seen the AI Minecraft where they AI Minecraft where they had it where what was it? It would just generate based off what you were seeing, so people would try to find certain colors in the ground. So that way it would eventually render them into different parts of the game, so people would try to like glitch the way into the nether by finding colors in the ground that look close enough to like end portals so they get teleported to the nether. It felt like playing like Minecraft with dementia. Yeah, exactly. The RE devs worked really hard on these models and these assets, and it feels like NVIDIA's just saying, yeah, but we can do it better. Heard about it, but haven't seen it. It's a fever dream.
Specular response with
the Alzheimer's Minecraft generator, pretty much.
Hairs a little more realistically, as strands closer to her scalp are occluded.
I don't like that.
Her eyes now have perfect.
I don't. Oh my god, like her forehead.
And they appear much more.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I gotta move away for a second. They did do the thing. They made her eyes bigger. They legitimately. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. They definitely threw like a beauty filter on her. Because look, like they plumped up her lips. They made her eyes bigger. They darkened her eyebrows. They literally, wait. This is like those like beauty filters that you put on like Snapchat. Oh my god. This isn't the same person.
More realistic and lifelike, I would say. When you're looking at things like the specular response in her jacket, those things are.
It's not the same person. Well. Hell, it even changed the hue of the jacket.
Considerably enhanced, especially when you look at elements like this lamp post here.
The lamp post did look good, but it does look like they kind of overexposed it.
Like a real lamp post would behave in wet weather conditions. I think the kind of apparent aesthetic changes to Grace's face here.
They kind of unwetted the pillar. Did they gap up her lips? They kind of like unwet the pillar a little bit.
In wet weather conditions. I think the kind of apparent aesthetic changes to Grace's face here will perhaps be most controversial, but throughout the other demos that we saw,
Yeah,
and
this
the
is
shots that we
yucky.
saw in these games,
I don't like this.
I
This
wasn't
is
seeing nearly
yucky.
as much of a difference in terms of that DLSS 5.
I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, I think the important
I'm getting
thing to
like the
point out,
heebie-jeebies
though,
just
is
watching
that
this.
It's not actually replacing assets as such. So geometry, I think that's quite remarkable because the geometry looks different on that crate.
Like that give me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm like
it's the same.
all
texture
bundled up in
assets.
my
It's
chair.
simply going through a different form of lighting that, from NVIDIA's perspective, is kind of like next generation and transformative. And when you first see that shot, it's quite difficult to argue with that. I mean, you know, when you flick between the two, which one would you rather
I
play?
feel like they're
It's
coping.
a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? What's quite interesting about
Also,
this,
it feels like this is a different. It feels like this is a different. This is a different Grace than the other image. But yeah, I gave her lip filler. When the filter gives you lip filler.
This is NVIDIA's stated intention for the technology. They're kind of like looking at this as almost kind of
Like
trying
Slay,
to
but like,
anticipate
come on.
the original fully realized vision of the game.
They did.
developers.
They were very
This
smart by
demo is
choosing.
actually quite
Okay, wait. I
interesting
do want
in
to see
terms of
this. I don't generally. So here's the thing. I generally don't hate DLSS when it does stuff with environments.
vision of the game developers here.
Like that? That looks pretty good. I don't hate this. But it's also a lot more geometric and it's not changing a fucking person.
This demo is actually quite interesting in terms of its
But the thing
technical
is, this
makeup,
game's
in that
already
it's
gorgeous.
using an
Just up the
RTX
frame rate.
5090 to
It
run the
is.
path-based version
It
of
feels like
Resident
you're running
Evil,
through a different
but
shader.
There's a second 5090 that's actually doing the DLSS 5.
Oh yeah! Okay, I forgot about this. I forgot about this. Fun fact about that demo. I actually heard about this right before I went live with it. I didn't watch the demo, but I did hear about this. Fun fact, gamers. It is a beauty filter because they were running 2 graphics cards to make that demo happen. Legitimately, one of the graphics cards was running the game. The other graphics card was running the DLSS filter. Which means a couple things to me. This actually means a couple things to me. Like, this is the actual PC that was running the demo. This means a few things to me. First off, if it's actively, like, rendering stuff in real time with that, this very well could be the first DLSS that could lower your frame rate. This could be the first DLSS that actively lowers your frame rate, because if this demo is rendered on 2 5090s, which no one can find or afford. Also, who the hell has like an ATX motherboard with enough space for 2 5090s? Everyone's dream, less frames. Yippee! Yeah, no, it's running off 2 5090s, which means literally one of them is actually just running Snapchat filters over the game. It's literally trying to just yassify the entire frame. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Yo, Setmac, welcome to Gamer. Yeah, oh my god. They said they could have run a single, still not optimized and released yet. I guess that's fair, but still. If it's doing that much processing, how many CUDA cores is it using to make the game look different than it's intended? The whole point of DLSS was to fill in pixels with what would be there at a higher resolution at a lower resolution. So like rendering 4K when playing at 1440p, or rendering at 1440p when playing at 1080. Not to add shit that wasn't there. So if it's actively adding stuff that's not there, how much more stress is DLSS 5.0 going to actually run on something? Anyway, let's go back into it.
there. But the intention is, this is a very early demo. They keep calling it like a snapshot of current development for the model. Yeah. So they're expecting
Yeah, it does seem like they have a lot of optimizing and a lot less nightmare to put in it.
They're expecting
Pull
to
the
be able to
demon
do this on
out the
one
card.
GPU.
That's all I'm
In
saying.
fact, they are doing it on one GPU in their labs right now.
The game publishers,
in terms of getting like
look, all I know is like there are
performance
going to be some game CEOs that have never worked in actual like game programming that are like shitting themselves like,
Yeah, and they
holy
did say that
fuck,
they do
we got to
have it
implement this right
running,
now.
like you said, on one GPU, and they basically made it clear that the VRAM requirements at this stage.
Wait.
aren't
Actually, I
so
want to hear this.
steep.
I want to hear this.
Right,
Sorry,
in
I'll stop
terms
talking
of
over them.
getting like full speed performance for the demo, they wanted to actually run it on a second one, but they're looking to continually optimize.
Yeah, and they did say that they do have it running, like you said, on one GPU, and they basically made it clear that the VRAM requirements at this stage aren't so steep that
Right.
it couldn't run on a single consumer GeForce
I believe
GPU,
them.
so presumably like a
I
1590
believe
GPU.
them.
They
No, I'm
were
just kidding.
running in this demo with two 1590s, but that's obviously not the intent. They want to ship it. They intend to ship it on single GPU systems
I
when
feel
this
like
launches in
I feel like
fall
my
of
game looked better than
2026.
this.
Yeah, which isn't so far away.
No, it's not so far away.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
they
don't
are
know what
trying to
to
run it
say.
on a
I
single
mean, I think
GPU,
maybe
but
if
like,
we look at some of the other demos here, I think Starfield is a really interesting one because the base imagery, of course, is
they're
not,
adding stuff that's not there.
right-faced, not past-faced. And yet we're still seeing transformative changes here, particularly in terms of character.
Nightmare.
But again,
I don't look. Here's the thing: like Bethesda's known for making like such like weirdly like doughy faces, like faces that look like they're kind of like sculpted out of putty. Like they have like detail, non-detail there. So like the second that they try to like make it a more believable person, it just I just feel like go right up my spine. By Goofy Goobers. I mean, they're just trying to invent more reasons for Goofy Goobers to buy more GPUs. I guess that's fair.
the effect
He
is
was
quite
waiting for a
remarkable,
kiss
isn't
just
it?
for.
Yeah, and I found this very interesting. So we saw this through a variety of games that basically they really do
His
intend
face
for that
contorted when
base
he
render
when he
that's going into
when he
this,
raised his
the base part of
eyebrow.
this motion vectors, the base render, to be as high quality as possible. Starfield
Oh, the
obviously
way
takes some
Starfield
different
faces
deployment.
move is
So
bad.
this
It's I mean the way
looks very
Starfield faces
flat,
moves was
but I
already
thought
really bad and
DLSS5
uncanny,
did
but
a
like adding on a
fantastic job
realistic face on
enhancing
top is
details and
not the
enhancing lighting
way.
presentation in a way that I didn't really think was possible, because all of a sudden you've got this game
The
that otherwise
backgrounds
looks
look
very
great.
flat,
Here's the
otherwise
thing:
has
the
a
backgrounds look
kind of
great.
last generation appearance in some respects, and all of a sudden it kind of
The
looks like a
lighting on
pathway
the lighting on like the
but
clean
there
tiles
are
on the
still
left,
some issues
that
though
looks
that you
great.
can note. Screen space errors in certain games where like you have screen space reflections or screen space ambient occlusion,
Shadows.
and those
Wait,
things
there
are
was a
breaking
shadow.
up in the
Wait,
generation appearance in some respects.
I need to see.
Otherwise looks very flat. Otherwise has a
Let's see.
kind of last
Well,
gen-
that's okay. So that's not a shadow right there. That's some tiles. Let me see.
generation appearance in some respects. And all
Yeah,
of a
no,
sudden,
that's
it kind of looks like a path.
those were tiles that were kind of
there are
dark, but they
still some
did
issues
kind
though
of
that
light it
you
up
can note.
differently.
Screen space errors in certain games where like you have screen space reflections or screen space ambient occlusion, and those things are breaking up in the DLSS5 image. So it's not like it's perfectly
Okay,
understanding
that one
and
doesn't look that
reconstructing
different.
all characteristics of light. It's still depending on the base render, but it's super impressive to see a game like Starfield, to see this character's jacket, for instance.
That one
all
doesn't
the
look bad.
specular highlights cast in a much more realistic light. The material properties.
That one terrifies me.
And indeed, in her face, this colossal increase in lighting fidelity.
It's the way
where
that
all of a
it's the
sudden
way
you're seeing
Bethesda
proper
faces move with
subsurface
AI on
scaling.
top of them. It
Her
just looks
eyes are
nightmare.
properly self-shadowing in there.
That's how the
and
real
her,
world
mouth
works. Yeah,
is
no, that
also
one that I
shadowing
understand.
correctly. And all these
The
other
shadows that I
characteristics that
understand.
they pointed out to us that you don't really think about in the context of real-time rendering, because you're so used to a lower quality image than what
He moved the sun.
high-end CG could provide. But all of a sudden, we're kind of in the realm of high-end CG with this technology.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Uh,
There are plenty of demos that we saw. We're going to be producing a much longer.
Okay, do you know who everyone in this looks like? Do you know who everyone in this looks like? I'm gonna pull up a
We can
video
talk
after
in depth
this.
about them. Let's talk about Oblivion Remastered. It's quite an interesting showcase of what.
Who
happens
here's
when
seen
you
the beginning
introduce
cutscene of Halo
DLSS
4
5
for the
to Unreal
360?
Engine 5 title. Software Lumen now is like radically transformed into something quite different. Character rendering again gets
Yeah, the animations aren't on par with the level of
gigantic
realism on
revamp,
the appearances.
And,
Yeah.
I've never seen elves look this realistic. It's crazy.
That's the bottom line, yeah.
Ooh,
Also, it's really
okay,
interesting to see
granted,
kind
the
of,
the Oblivion elves have
fusion
always been a
that's
little
happening
nightmare
on
fuel.
all of the brickwork on all of the sort of
It was in
castle-like
front of
structures there.
really.
It really is quite extraordinary to see it in motion and to sort of flip between the two there. You know,
Like, I'm not trying to be
windows
like
that look completely flat
old
and
hag
opaque
shakes
now
fisted
actually
cloud,
seem
but
to
like the backgrounds look
look
great.
properly correct. Yeah, it's
The
just
people's
quite
what's
extraordinary. It's
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the old lighting in the game I thought generally looked quite handsome. Like I'm not opposed to
right.
Lumen, and obviously Lumen takes some shortcuts, but here you're really just seeing all that kind of very coarse lighting detail brought out to like a really granular level where you get really tight shadows.
like this
all
looks
of a
great.
sudden
I'm just saying.
underneath awnings where the light is
I'll
spilling
be
out over
honest.
the scene
That
in a
looks
nice
good.
realistic manner where you're getting those contact shadows, and it's
Granted,
just
this
remarkably
game's
improved
actually
presentation.
very
Even
gorgeous.
they pointed out like some of the character models in the game are a little bit on the simpler side, but they still look a lot
Feels like you're crashing.
better
Well, I mean, that's
when
just the
we
game.
put DLSS 5 on. And I mean, they look a little bit uncanny, I would say, but definitely the overall
So this is one of the few times where I will say the face did look better, but the animations are making it horrifying.
portrayal of those characters is much more sophisticated.
Yeah, and we also took a quick look at Assassin's Creed Shadows
Oh,
here,
so
which
holy
is
jawline.
quite
What the
remarkable in how it's handling environmental lighting.
Okay,
and
this is
shadow there.
gorgeous. It was still pretty before, but I'm
you
just
know,
saying.
it's
The lighting,
radically
gorgeous.
transformed.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Obviously, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a game that is a very handsome title, I would say. In general,
Oh, is this Assassin's Creed Shadows? I thought this was Ghost of Yotei. I guess I haven't played either.
But when we look at that base render, we see there are some issues with like shadow maps and maybe the detailing in the foliage lighting is not.
Yeah, it definitely feels like the shadows are a little change in direction.
Move over to
yeah, like there's no shadows on these trees, or they're very like. I will say it seems to mute a lot of shadows. It definitely makes the place look more lush, though, I will say.
Like it has ray traced shadows when in fact, of course, we know that it does not. And
as close as, yeah, a little bit.
Fog is integrated much more nicely into this.
Okay, that is kind of gorgeous.
The presentation is just dramatically improved to the point where if you were squinting or even not really squinting, you could mistake this for.
Don't YouTube live often what I do see. Thank you, gamer.
Yeah, they are attempting to.
Why they remove? So it's less that they're removing the shadows. It's just more that like it's trying to render in more light bouncing off of different surfaces. And so it's not necessarily removing them, it's kind of lightening them up a little bit.
To games with this, which I think is quite interesting. But
that I can understand.
Controversial as well, because this is basically today's game engines viewed through the lens of NVIDIA's AI model. And I
okay, you know what this feels like?
There's going to be a lot of discussion about whether this is the right direction.
Yeah, no, the environments do look photorealistic. I will agree with you. The environments look fantastic. The people, and I want to say probably other animals later on, like animals and stuff like that, will probably be kind of nightmare fuel for a long time. What I will say though is, what's another? Do you know what this also kind of reminds me of? Not only does it kind of remind me of like how like Uncanny Valley, like Dr. Halsey is in like Halo 4, like in the pre-rendered cutscene. There was one other thing. There was like one. I'll think of it in a second.
A lot of discussion about whether this is actually what the the kind of ultimate intent of the developer actually is.
Yeah,
and I also
I do feel like it does the way the subvert developer intent, though.
Integrates into NVIDIA Streamline,
right?
So although
that's the only thing I don't like about it.
Actually tune DLSS 5 lighting seemingly to be what they want it to be. There's going to be a lot of DLSS.
Later in humans, I guess that's fair. Like I still have a feeling like it's going to upscale them weird.
I think.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine that someone is going to get this in optiscaler, and it's going to be a bit of a wild ride. But yeah, I mean, they even discussed.
The girl's going to be honestly more terrifying in some ways.
That you could apply it to games as primitive as Minecraft, and get like a Minecraft art.
Okay, who mentioned Minecraft? I should have done a bingo sheet.
Style appearance. So this does not just apply to AAA games. It does not just apply to high-end graphics. We're already seeing that a little bit with Starfield, which is a more primitive title. Yeah. But it really could apply to just about any game that can supply color and motion.
By the way, did anybody even like Starfield? And I heard Starfield was just kind of a slog to get around anywhere.
Some developers are on board with the technique, that they really like it. They think it enhances their games, brings them up to the visual fidelity that they had imagined in their heads but could not deliver. But obviously this is going to be a work in progress. And I'd also say that perhaps there could be some additional, they mentioned some tuning that might be involved.
Yeah, no, it's
improvements that might
definitely
be involved
nightmare.
in
It's
this
definitely
model
nightmare on
in
people,
order
but
to get
we'll
it
see
to a
where it
level where
goes.
developers are comfortable shipping it in their games.
Yeah, and it is still work in progress, although we are expecting this to be delivered
It definitely
this
made
year, which I
definitely
still
made the
think
metal
is like quite a
shinier. I will say
remarkable
that.
proposition.
Yeah.
I did like the way it was
Yeah,
rendering the
I mean,
metal
there is a
there.
lot of work still to do on this. The concept that they're using 250.
There is one thing I hate though. Chat, if you told me this was like a random like late Middle Ages, early Renaissance village in Germany, I'd believe you. Can we at least agree on that? Can we at least agree on that? This looks like a place that exists. This still right here. What if the devs don't want it for cartoony looks? So they did say that it looks like the devs will be able to tune it, but we don't know just yet. But I will say that this looks, I feel like I could just go here. Yeah, it looks like somewhere in Wales. This looks like a place that you could just go to.
5090s effectively to bring this demo to us today and somehow
it definitely
rationalizing it
does
down
remove
to
a lot
one.
of art
That's gonna
style
be
from
quite an
places.
interesting experience,
This,
I think.
that's
Yeah,
gorgeous,
just
but like
159 is ambitious enough, but then you got to think about the rest of NVIDIA's stack. And
CT
the
Borderlands 2.
57s, the 57s,
I do too now.
Could those cards run this? Again, that's kind of an open question at the moment. I think it's probably their intent that those cards could run a version of this. And we did hear as well that this
But
should scale. I mean, if
yeah,
they're
no,
doing
I
these
still don't
cells,
like the direction
should
it goes.
scale reasonably well with output resolution is what we heard. So potentially like this at 4K with 25090s, maybe it goes down to
So if they did, like,
15090
frame generation.
4K for many games. And then
Yeah, I'd say so.
At 1440p or 1080p.
Yeah.
I do kind of agree that they should rename it something else because DLSS stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling. And for anybody who knows what super sampling is, I sold TVs for a living for 8 years. And basically what super sampling is filling in the detail. Basically what y'all don't realize is the reason why some TVs look better than others when you're watching content, sometimes it's the quality of the content that you're actually bringing in. Fun fact, Netflix content's actually kind of dog shit when it comes to the quality that you're getting outwards. But the thing is, a lot of these TVs have little computers built in that try to fill in detail where there is none. That's why some people like to turn off like the extra like motion generation or any of like the post-processing that a lot of TVs do. Although some TVs did it better than others. Like generally Sony did it better than Samsung and LG did it better than like say like TCL. But super sampling isn't supposed to change the image. It's supposed to basically help define where one thing begins and one ends by filling in the detail between 2 pixels when it notices motion between them. Yeah, it's very much like, frame interpolation. This definitely feels like a step above that. We're not super sampling anymore. We're not trying to fill back in the detail. We're trying to put something new there. And so it kind of feels like when you play Skyrim with different shaders and the entire game looks different. This isn't super sampling anymore. I really feel like they need to, like deep learning, yes, they could keep the deep learning part, but like DLFG, deep learning frame generation. They could name it like DLFG, deep learning frame generation or something like that. That would be my kind of guesswork. Does anybody else have like a recommendation for like a name for it? Let's
Yeah,
keep
so
it.
it is a separate component of
I'll grab the
of
names right
frame
at the end.
generation and DLSS super resolution, so you kind of like still choose your settings, so to speak. I think it's also going to be
Better
quite
than what I was
interesting
thinking.
to see how the presentation changes according to the input settings that you choose from the quality menus and whatnot. Yeah, what does
That's
DLSS 5's
uncanny.
take on ray tracing look like versus path tracing, or without ray tracing
Sorry,
at
frame
all?
generation tech.
That's
Yeah.
going to be quite interesting as well. But there's just so many questions. I think we're still struggling to kind of process all of this.
You know, it's such a leap in computer graphics.
Well, it's not
I mean,
image. It's
almost
not
getting
image
beyond
generating.
computer graphics and into neural rendering. You are supplying a game image. You are supplying imagery from a game engine. Granted, it's
This
sophisticated
is
imagery from a game engine.
so weird
But
to
then you're getting this
watch.
greatly enhanced lighting presentation just because this model understands lighting.
I know what this reminds me of. Okay, I know what this reminds me of. Who here remembers when Watch Dogs was announced at E3? Who here remembers when Watch Dogs was announced at E3? Learning new frame. This kind of reminds me, the difference, this kind of reminds me of like all the extra details added between like when Watch Dogs was announced versus when it actually released.
Understands how materials interact, understands how
Prediction, maybe.
things should behave
Prediction
in the real world.
sounds a bit better.
Kind of almost better than you could program into a game engine, at least to some degree. That might be a controversial statement, but I think it's definitely true. And it's just an absolutely incredible accomplishment. I cannot
Watch
wait
Dogs.
to see it. And this was running like, you know, it was running at reasonable performance levels. Granted, maybe there were some performance hitches
I
here
do,
or there
yeah.
in certain games. We're not sure where that might have been coming from.
I kind
But in
of.
general, like this was very performant, very real time. Rich had his hand in the controller, was manipulating.
Okay, I
the
hate to say
scenes.
it.
Like this is real.
I hate that this looks like a real picture. I mean, I love it at the same time. Like, that looks so... This looks like a picture that you take on vacation. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this image right here is kind of breaking my mind.
Gameplay you're seeing here, where Rich was really manipulating. This was not a canned demo.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's really important because we've seen demos in the past that have been potentially transformative.
Oh, not Legion, the original.
The Matrix Awakens, right, where you saw that and you thought, wow, this is the future of games. But fundamentally, it was.
Some of these do look great, but it's always the backgrounds. The people, nightmare. The backgrounds,
this technology is
honestly
an extra layer on top.
But it does start getting rid of people's hard work. So like, I don't know how to feel about it.
I think the fact is that we saw
the grapes, yeah.
already,
At least it's not the FF14 grapes.
Buying on it as well. NVIDIA was saying that Todd Howard personally signed off on this.
Yeah,
this is the way he kind of wanted his game to be seen. Was the sort of power.
Like, I'm both impressed and horrified for the games industry.
I certainly prefer to play Starfield.
I would definitely agree here, but yeah, that question of artistic intent, I think it's going to be one that people are talking about for a long time with this technology. But I certainly can.
Nope, do not like, nope, nightmare. Not her again, get her away.
For games that are more realistic, I'd be very curious to see this interact with a game like Hi-Fi Rush or something.
Right, yeah.
Where like that's a very deliberate style, obviously. Would this do anything?
Yeah, we're only seeing this with realistic style games.
Or would it be counterintuitive? Would it be counterproductive to that game's cel-shaded visual style? Would it actually produce an interesting result? Obviously, with Minecraft, that's something you can kind of get away with. But perhaps there are games where it would be less appropriate, and presumably developers would be not.
I did not enjoy that game. Beat Watch Dogs 1 and drove to
questions
GameStop, threw it under the counter.
The impact of this technology, I don't think I've seen a demo quite as astonishing as this for quite some time. But I think that's all we've got to say about this right now, because we want to do a much bigger video based on everything we saw. We spent several hours looking at.
I am going to be waiting with bated breath on the update video.
With the actual people who created the technology, which was a bit of a thrill for me.
Okay, we'll stop that right there. Thank you, Digital Foundry. Very cool. Let me go put that away for now. All I'm going to say, though, is... Also, do you know what this reminds me of? Okay, wait. Deep learning job loss. No! Okay. So here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts on it. First, the faces are deeply uncanny. I know that they're actively trying to... make something look better than it's supposed to. But can we please bring super sampling back to making things look like how they're supposed to at higher frame rates? I don't think we need to dive into making something look better than it should. DLSS is a tool to allow gamers to enjoy games with aging hardware. It's to allow us to enjoy the newest games at acceptable frame rates with aging hardware. By trying to make games look better, I feel like this is going to do a few things. Isn't ready for this? I hope it's never ready for this, although I'd be lying if I said it wasn't gonna go there, because I know it's going to not hallucinate. I know it's going to add stuff where there isn't, thus basically making a lot of dev work pointless and make a lot of that hard work pointless. Run well on my my 5000 series, yeah. Like, I have a 4080. This would probably run like shit on it. The other thing is, it really, really does scream two things to me. One, it screams NVIDIA saying, we know what games should look like better than the devs. Since we make the hardware, we should dictate what you should expect games to look like. Also, I'm gonna put this away for just a second. We want to dictate what games should look like. Also, notice something. I want to say that this is still very, very new and very... I want to say this is probably very, very new due to the fact that, notice they didn't do any stylized game. Hogwarts Legacy was the most stylized game that they tried with that, and we see how that turned out. They didn't do any Minecraft. I know the devs mentioned like Hi-Fi Rush. Like, notice that they didn't show any games that have like a style to it. I want to see Borderlands 4. I know that game would probably look atrocious with that. But all I'm going to say is, like, we don't need DLSS 5.0 to be the pretty filter. We need it to be a super sampler. We need it to be something... Like, here's the thing. If we're going to be denied, NVIDIA, if we're going to be denied being able to buy your cards, then you owe it to us as gamers to at least make sure that we can run your games in some way, shape, or form. Like, if you're going to make it so that we can't run, or if we can't buy your cards, at least make DLSS work for those of us stuck on a 30 series, stuck on a 40 series. Said it isn't a filter, though. It doesn't, but I will say, like, despite them saying it's not a filter, that doesn't change the fact that it's actively changing how people look on the model. And yes, they're basing it off the model, but they changed how Grace looks from RE9. They plumped up her lips. They added in extra makeup that was not there. I don't know what to call that other than a filter or rendering on top of something that is there with something that isn't there, which by definition would be a filter. I might be wrong on this, but it was changing stuff that wasn't... It was adding stuff that wasn't there. What about this mixing with VR and people developing psychosis? God. This is kind of a slippery slope. It's turning something good. It's like it's literally the enshittification. It's the enshittification of useful tech. Dev should be able to tune that, but yeah, if no one can run it, then it won't make sense to lose dev time tuning this tech. Yeah. I'm not trying to look. I am very staunchly anti-AI on stuff on creative endeavors. I'm absolutely fine for like learning AI when it comes to like game combat, like the arc in Arc Raiders. over time, they get better at being taken out. Like, they get better at avoiding being taken out. I love that. It makes them harder to fight. It makes them feel like a learning enemy. I am fine with AI when it comes to, like, what it was meant for. Big data, like, if you work in, like, coding for big data and you use it as a tool, if you're using it for, like, stuff like enemy behavior, stuff like that. But the second you start using it in creative endeavors, it's always been scary. It's always been, the second it starts replacing people and what they do is when I start drawing the line. And this feels like this is trying to add fidelity, which it's going to make people feel like, you know what, we can cut hours to this dev team. They don't need the extra time to polish it because DLSS will do the polishing for them. Like, mark my words, you're going to hear some people say, AI is polishing our stuff for us because of stuff in the current cards. Mark my words, you are going to hear about that within the next 2 years. Raging RAM prices going up? Yeah. It also feels like a bad time. Like, I feel like this is also a year away from NVIDIA really starting to push its cloud gaming services a lot more. Saying like, hey, you want your games to look good? Or you want to be able to even run the most modern games because we don't roll out DLSS 4.0 to older cards. You want to play the newest thing? Then you're gonna have to rent cloud versions of your PC. This is just Google Stadia. Look, Google Stadia just released too early for this, but yeah. Yeah, AI's generating the game, we won't need any more RAM, exactly. But I don't know, it's a slippery slope. We'll see how it goes. The backgrounds were breathtaking, but it doesn't change the fact that I feel like this is going to... It's going to cause development teams to pull work away from people who know how to work lighting, people who have very, very dedicated jobs in the game industry. So I'm cautious about it. DLSS 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, game changing in the industry. They've allowed so many people to play games well outside of their card's weight class. This is where it's kind of making me pause. But let me know what y'all think on it. Already experiencing companies fire staff for generative AI would pick up the slack. Yep. Just for people to get hired back because the AI couldn't. True. That being said, though, do you know what those people kind of reminded me of? Cloud gaming of NVIDIA. They limit on how much you can play during a month because they'd rather limit you than expand the capabilities. Exactly. That being said, though, gamers, do you know what some of those, who here remembers this cutscene? I don't know why, but it reminds me of this. It reminds me of this a little bit. Who here remembers this cutscene from Halo 4? Which, granted, still looks tremendous. But with how, like, overbaked some of the people... Honestly, this still looks better than all the AI, but I don't know why it kind of reminds me of this. Y'all remember this? The kind of like uncanny people from Halo 4's cutscenes.
Tell me about the children.
Y'all remember this shit? By the way, I will say I'm one of the few like Halo 4 defenders. I liked this game.
Halsey.
I liked this game, I'm sorry.
You already know everything.
She looks
You
kind of...
protect them.
She looks kind of baked like that.
Children's minds are more easily accepting of indoctrination. Their bodies more adaptable to augmentation.
It's kind of uncanny too, right?
Was the ultimate soldier. And because of our success, when the Covenant invaded, we were ready.
I don't know why the DLSS 5 faces all remind me of this specific Dr. Halsey. Like, look at her, look at her. It's like, that's a very realistic looking woman, but like there's something off This is what all the DLSS 5 faces look like to me.
You developed the Spartans to crush human rebellion, not to fight the Covenant.
Whereas the battle wasn't Reach. Oh yeah, damn right, it was not Reach.
After another fell. When my Spartans were all that stood between humanity
I will say
and
though,
extinction,
this cutscene still
nobody
goes
was
so hard.
concerned about why they were
They
originally
did definitely
built.
make all of
So
the
you feel in the end your choices
singularly a
were
little bulky in this
justified.
game.
My work saved the human race.
It's even like the way her lips move a little bit. It's a little uncanny. This still blew my mind though. When
Spartans' lack of basic humanity helped.
run this fit through DLSS 5. No! Looks like a healthy
The
zombie.
others
Kind
before
of
you
does.
had naval intelligence, but you're something else.
Records show Spartans routinely exhibited mildly sociopathic tendencies.
I hate how he does like the sad Keanu sit on the bench. I feel so bad. I just want to give Chief a hug. Okay,
Difficulty with
we're gonna be moving on to the next story here in a
Records
second.
show efficient behavior operating in hazardous
But Halsey looks amazing.
situations.
She looks amazing. It's still a little
I
uncanny though.
supplied
But granted, this is a
tools to maintain
13-year-old
that
cinematic.
efficiency.
Do you believe the Master Chief succeeded because he was, at his core,
I will say though, for this being 13 years old, sure it's pre-rendered, but this looks incredible. Also, the
You want to replace
1117.
the Master
I had
Chief
this
is dead.
soundtrack. I know it's not Marty's
Spartans
soundtrack, but
missing in action.
Catherine. Spartans never die.
damn, they really
Your
bulked up the
mistake
Spartans though.
is
Holy.
seeing Spartans as military hardware. My Spartans are humanity's next
I
step.
didn't hate this design. It was very
Our
bulky
destiny
though.
As a species.
Yeah, for 13 years, this aged incredibly.
But most of all,
It is very uncanny though. It's very like, that's not a person.
him.
But yeah, no, that's that. Yeah, that's all I got to say on DLSS 5 right now. I just saw it and I knew I had to talk about it today. Since I was originally going to react to some more Hammer stuff, I thought this would be. It's still very gaming centric. It's still very, very like it comes from a space that I used to be very, very much in. I sold PCs and TVs for 8 years of my life. Not to mention, I used to very much study like deep learning, super sampling, stuff like that. Very, very like anytime I heard more about it, I wanted to learn more. Oh no, the memes! I bet the memes are incredible. I do want to see what NVIDIA has to say about it though. I did bring up an article that NVIDIA put out themselves. Let me throw myself to the other side real quick. I want to see what they have to say. I'm going to read it out. We're going to read it together, though. NVIDIA DLSS 5 delivers an AI-powered breakthrough in visual fidelity for games. I want to see what they put here. NVIDIA has to date unveiled DLSS 5, the company's most significant breakthrough in computer graphics since the debut of real-time ray tracing. Is it, though, now? 80 million views on Twitter. That's crazy. Oh, my God. Let's see. DLSS 5 introduces a real-time neural rendering model that infuses pixels with photoreal lighting and materials, bridging the divide between rendering and reality. DLSS 5 empowers game developers to deliver a new level of photoreal computer graphics previously only achieved from Hollywood visual effects. Yeah, but for a while, Hollywood wasn't really using AI for that stuff. They are now, but... Okay, and then this is a quote. Let's see. 25 years after NVIDIA invented the programmable shader, we are reinventing computer graphics once again. Oh, it's Jensen, okay. He does have a cool jacket, I will say. I do like Jensen's jacket. Founder and CEO of NVIDIA, DLSS 5 is the the GPT moments for graphics. Blending handcrafted rendering with generative AI. I don't like that. I don't like that word. To deliver a dramatic leap in visual realism while preserving the control artists need for creative expression. Yeah, they really did kind of throw it on low quality, because I know for a fact Grace looks better than this. Let's see. Bridging the cinematic gap. Since the dawn of GeForce, NVIDIA has strived to deliver the graphics horsepower required for game developers to create incredible realistic worlds where lighting, reflections, and shadows obey the laws of nature. From programmable shaders with GeForce 3 in 2001. Okay, they're okay. I get it. You can only get so wrecked. I get it. Let's see. Oh. My scroll wheel's been kind of weird lately. DLSS, okay, this is the original intention. DLSS was released in 2018 as an AI technology to boost performance, first by upscaling the resolution, then by generating entirely new frames. It has been integrated in over 750 games and became the gold standard for the industry. It was also basically the only way to play Cyberpunk decently without a much better card. So, like, DLSS was game-changing. Yeah, I guess it makes sense if they're going to just replace everything. I wonder how differently the AI looks at the image if it's put on max versus min. Video AI models have rapidly learned to generate photoreal pixels, but they run offline and are difficult to precisely control and often lack predictability. That's what I'm thinking. With every new prompt generating bespoke content, for games, pixels must be deterministic, delivered in real time, and tightly grounded to the game developer's 3D world and artistic intent. I have a feeling we've long since gave up on the artistic intent. Why do I feel like this is going to just make Kojima, when he makes his next game, just make it so photoreal and then just disable DLSS? It's just like, fuck you, I'm going to make my game look great, and I'm going to make sure that it is optimized to hell and back to make sure that we do not need your demon wizardry on my game. If you see the veins on the feet, it's because I put them there. That's kind of what I feel like Kojima's gonna do with it. Need a net connection to your GPU? That does sound like it, true. DLSS 5 takes the game's color and motion vectors for each frame as input and uses the AI model to infuse the scene with photoreal lighting and materials that are anchored to the source of the 3D content consistent from frame to frame. We'll see. Different images of Grace did look different. DLSS 5 runs in real time up to 4K resolution for a smooth interactive gameplay. To make a horror game? I hope. He was absolutely shafted on his last horror game opportunity. Let's see. The AI model is trained end-to-end to understand complex scenes semantics, such as characters' hair, fabric, and translucent skin, along with environmental lighting conditions, like front-lit, backlit, or overcast by analyzing a single frame. DLSS 5 then uses its deep understanding to generate visually precise images that handle complex elements such as subsurface scattering on skin. Okay. I'm taking a look. Yo, you see that thing? No, not OSRS? Wait, which thing? Game developer support. Okay, so they're just saying that they're going to basically open it up so that they can tweak it. Like, I'm not going to lie. This Grace and this Grace don't look the same. These are different images. Like, look at this Grace. This Grace is not this Grace. It's close. Throne? I'll have to check that in a second. Is there anything else I missed on this? Yeah, that's just everything we saw already. But yeah, so we're done on NVIDIA for now. Let me pull up the next video, though, real quick. And we will see how it goes. Yeah, wait, what about Throne ZKN? Talking Throne, like the gifting site? Oh my god, wait, huh? Ah! What the hell? Gamer! Oh my god, I see it now. Gamer, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the. Apparently, we were gifted a. Ziki, thank you so much for gifting the DJ set. I gotta learn how to DJ now. Damn, Gamer. Now I'm gonna have to learn how to DJ with the best of them. Thank you. Thank you so much for funding. Thank you so much for you and Torin funding the Pioneer. Yo, gamers, I gotta learn how to DJ now with the best of them. I should learn from Find the Rabbit. Look, I make music. Now I'm gonna learn how to DJ for y'all and mix with the best of them. Thank you. 6 a.m. yesterday. I didn't hear it go off. Ian in DLSS 5 does look pretty good. Okay, Lega, he looks good because he barely moves in that image. Thank you so much, hon. I really do appreciate that. I will add the proper time to the timer. I will definitely add that extra time to the timer. Now let's see. Okay, gamers, what do you want to react to next? I have my handy dandy little ADHD proof note on here, so we have a few things. Option A, we could do the ChatGPT lawsuit with Crafton versus the owners of Subnautica, where it's a really stupid story, but yeah, basically a separate company owner tried to use ChatGPT to get out of paying a huge bonus to a set of employees, and it backfired so incredibly hard. That's option A. Option B, we can talk about how Niantic, the creators of Pokemon Go, used 30 billion images taken over the last 10 years of Pokemon Go to make this thing called Niantic Spatial, which is basically a giant map of multiple areas in the world to make citywide maps that are within centimeter accuracy to allow AI-controlled food delivery bots to be accurate in dropping off your orders. 30 billion images, yes. We could... I know this one's a little old. This one's like over a week or so old. We could react to the Pikmin trailer. Or we could react to Miku's redesign. Hatsune Miku just had a redesign. So that's why they're scanning all those places. Yup. Fun fact, gamers, if something's free, you're the product. So that's where all my scans went. I thought it was just defeating gyms for Team Valor. Yeah, no. Let me pull it up though real quick. 10 years of Pokemon Go? Yeah, Pokemon Go came out the summer of 2016. Let me find it though. Yeah, no, this is it right here though. You know what? Yeah, let's talk about Niantic real quick. Let's talk about Niantic. So, I'll throw it up here in just a second. But gamers, did you know? First off, Pokemon Go was a. Pokemon Go. 2016 was like the closest we ever got to like world peace. Pokemon Go was like such a special game to so many people. But fun fact, everybody, as it turns out, anytime you were catching a Pokemon and going around your city, your day-to-day life, or traveling to go to your nearest Pokestops and or gyms, while you were hatching your eggs, while you were walking to and fro, as it turns out, your scans were the product to allow Niantic to build something big. Pokemon Go got called out because of the scans. I did hit the news about the reason it's been more accurate mapping than most Google Maps. Yep. Y'all want to see what your Pokemon catching did? You know what? Let's show you real quick. Here it is.
Niantic Spatial connects AI with the real world, bringing
This is it.
intelligence to the places we live.
Wait, why do I have Japanese closed captioning? There we go.
Niantic Spatial connects AI with the
There we
real
go.
world, bringing intelligence to the places we live, work, and explore. We do this by building a large geospatial model that people and machines can talk to.
Large geospatial model. Where did they get the geological the geo info from? Where'd they get it? I wonder.
It starts with a traditional digital map with tens of millions of landmarks and local businesses. A 3D base map adds dimension, enhanced with high-resolution scans.
And
of
how
the
did
real
they get
world.
that 3D map?
From aerial platforms like drones, to ground-level sensors like phones, robots, and AI glasses. Those fragments are processed, aligned, and georeferenced, then used to train a series of powerful models. In a sense, this
This
is
is
a
so
map built for
dystopian.
computers, not for humans, to help machines understand and interact with the physical world. Once
Ingress,
complete,
yep.
these models provide 3 key services. Reconstruction transforms raw scans into detailed 3D visualizations, powering inspection, simulation, and collaboration. Localization enables precise navigation, contextual insights about the world, and AR experiences. And with semantic understanding at
What? The
every
nondescript
turning point,
Pokemon was that?
our map can answer open-ended questions about the world, giving people and machines the context they need to navigate into
This is nightmare.
large spaces. Together, these services bring intelligence to the real world, powering AI, wearables, and robotics. And
What
helping
were those,
machines
like,
truly
2002 it has 3D glasses? Did y'all see those? Okay, so I will say, go check your own sources, but this is what I've been able to dredge up so far about it. So, Niantic was building maps of major cities, towns, squares, and complexes to allow them to sell very, very detailed city maps to companies for that are going to use it for AI. They already have one partnership with a robot delivery service called Coco. Similar to the Google ones. Oh, gotcha. So Coco's the first. Now, here's where I'm torn on it. It's making it so that, who here's ever seen those like little cooler sized like delivery robots? They try to make them look really, really cute. Who here saw the one that got absolutely friggin' dusted by a train? Who here saw that delivery robot get destroyed by a train? Who here saw this? Bye. Oh, it's on fire. Oh my gosh. Wait. I gotta see that again. Sorry, little guy. Kablam. Just wait. No, I need to do one more. Wait. Let's do it. And I like how she feels bad. She's like, oh no. I want to think that Niantic was hired so that this doesn't happen anymore, but like, trains always have right away, always. They wouldn't last an hour, yeah. But yeah, no, basically though, it does need the R2-D2 screech. Wow! Like that noise. Oh my god. So here's where I'm a little torn on it. To start, what's the best way to put it? I guess the first thing is always read the terms and conditions because, like, we should have seen this coming. At the same time, like, it's to make sure that those little delivery robots that are already out there don't get lost. And while I feel like it's fine to make it so that like your food delivery doesn't get lost, I hazard to see what else they'll use it for. The problem is, like, I can't think what else they'd use it for. So, like, I don't know whether or not to be, like, concerned or not, because, like, this was the obvious end result, right? This was the obvious end result, right? We're taking pictures of everything. I feel like there's worse uses that could be thought up for this. But this isn't as bad as it could have been. This feels like it's not as bad as it could have been. It's basically right now. But granted, that's a whole right now. It's currently being used to make sure that cute little delivery robots don't get lost. But like, my scans computations will be thrown out because I realized Niantic accepted scans of objects that no longer existed, so my scans are just grounded feet pics. Yeah. Oh, the espionage. Well, it's mainly meant for maps. It's mapping. So think of it more like Google Maps or Google Earth, but more for cities. So like, it's a really, really detailed city map within centimeters accuracy. So like, I'm not gonna fearmonger here. I don't think it's gonna be end of the world stuff, but like, I've been surprised before on like what horrors mankind can come up with for stuff like this. I'm fine if it just stays mainly to make sure that like my food shows up on time, but we'll see how that ends up. Let's see. What else do we have? Let me look at the anti-ADHD list to keep me on track. It feels like it's going to be used for like Waymo and delivery robots. That would be my guess. Oh, you know what? I actually do have a slight little aside that I do want to tell y'all about. So, who here saw that Death Stranding 2 is coming out for PC in 2 days? That reminded me, I have not finished my Death Stranding playthrough, so I might just start over. But I want to start over with a twist. I have a fun idea that I want to do. So the idea is you take Death Stranding. No, hear me out. You take Death Stranding, which I will say, despite some people not liking it, I actually really liked the gameplay. But like, hear me out. Also, I'm about to cough real quick. Let me mute for a second. There we go. Okay, not dying anymore. But yeah, hear me out. You take Death Stranding. Also, I gotta stop adjusting my... Yeah, you take this single dad adventure. And then you combine it with... I've said that I want to get in better shape, right? Hear me out. Death Stranding. But every step that Norman Reedus and his funky fetus takes, I have to do it too. I'm just saying. Hear me out. I found this folding treadmill. This isn't the exact one I'm looking at that I added to Throne, but it's very similar. Imagine, I actually do now have full body tracking and I'm getting it fixed. I'm getting it fixed so that way I can properly use it. But imagine my model full body tracking me walking on a treadmill while playing Death Stranding. I think that could be a really, really, really fun playthrough. And I feel like it would get me ready for Hot Girl Summer in time to actually, do Hot Girl Summer. So, a few weeks ago on my throne page, which is right over here. Oh, wait. I added the treadmill. You need an adjusting desk? I have one. I have one. That is fair, but I would still be traveling the same distance, give or take. It's going to be really distracting. Oh, absolutely, but that's part of the fun of it. I can only imagine how interesting it would be to play this game and just think of the hilarity of if I fall. I'll put some pillows down just in case, but like, imagine what it'd be like if I just eat shit. I just fucking face plant. So I'm just saying, if anybody does want to see this become a reality, I would try to play all the way through the game and possibly even through two. So I will put it here in the chat. That is an option if you so desire to see that become a reality. Please don't eat the desk. I know how to fall properly. I'm not going to eat the desk. Although if I do, I'll be like, a wood fiber. 2 chairs to a Tesla. Hey, just because my ass don't quit don't mean... Oh, just because my ass don't quit don't mean... Your model's going to go crazy as fall. That is actually what would happen too. That's the funny part. Ah! Anyways, that is that story donezo. Let's go see what we have next. Don't do it in VR. No. It would not be in VR. It would not be in VR. I would make sure that I kind of like clean my space, make sure that there's nothing nearby me. Do you fall? You gotta fall in sync with the character. I have a feeling that he would just fall over from like the... I feel like he would fall over if I, from just me not putting in an input. Turn around. Wait, turn around. Wait, huh? What's back there? Hmm? Table slam check. I don't want to spill my energy drink though. I don't want to spill my energy drink. No, don't make me. Anyway, let me see. What is our next thing to go over? Oh, okay. You know what? I got a fun one. We're gonna do it real quick. Who here's seen the trailer? This is a little old now. This is from like just over a week ago. How many of y'all saw the trailer for Pikmin? This is almost 2 weeks old. It is the funniest thing you've ever seen. Who here's seen the Pikmin trailer? It is the most lawsuit speedrun you will ever see. Who here's seen this? Maybe I better have this game in VR tracking, but you said no VR though. Yeah, I have full body tracking on non-VR stuff. Yeah, go on. So, this game is somehow ripping off Nintendo, Game Freak, Pocket Pair, and Blizzard all at once. They even named their game Pocket Game, as in Pocket Pair and Game Freak. It somehow is an asset. You know what? You know what? Okay. I'm gonna let it play through and then we're gonna go back through it, okay? I'm just gonna let it do its thing. So enjoy. I'm gonna make myself a little smaller. Enjoy Pikmin. I'll make myself a little bit. Yeah, enjoy Pikmin. I'm just gonna. It's also that is just Mega Rayquaza right there. I don't know why this music pisses me off though. I'm gonna be so real. I feel like this is deliberate to say like, please sue us so that way, we get more traction. How high were they? No clue. Wow, that blonde-haired lad looks familiar. Oh my god, the jumping just looks so floaty. Power right here. No, we don't have Pokeballs here. We have cards. Gotta believe in the heart of the cards. Felicity, that's just Mega Rayquaza. I'm gonna go through everything that I noticed here on the second watch through. It's so funny. Okay, they at least allow us to have some slutty character designs. I'm just saying. It's so funny. It's so okay. Wait. Holy trailer ripoff, Batman! Okay, I'm gonna go over it real quick. I'm gonna track how many things. You know what? I'm gonna make a new I'm literally going to make a thing real quick of every single reference we find. It's so bad. Okay, already we have Link. We already have Mega Rayquaza. We already have Pikachu. Wait, anything else in the background? Let's see. No, the background's good for right now. Is that supposed to be Zapdos? I'm looking around. Okay, that's definitely that right there's definitely what is that one pal that's like a really cute, like really big friggin' ferret? Oh, another one, right? That was Death Mountain. I think that was Death Mountain, but I'm not gonna count that one just yet. Yeah, well, like, what is that really cute, like, that Chillet? Yeah, that's okay. That's just Chillet over there. I haven't played Pal World. Okay, that's just Area 0. That's just Breloom, and also I don't know why. I don't know why this animation reminds me so much of the dance sequences from Balan Wonderworld. That's not a reference. It's just, I don't know why this is like so camp with the little dude just drumming on the things. It's so like Balan Wonderworld coded with just how floaty it is. Okay, so that's Braviary. That's Braviary right there. That's a Minecraft beacon. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. This is like a combination. This is Swampert, though. It has like the double fins of Swampert. It's like Swampert mixed with something else. Wait, I think I saw the Zip Striker. No, it's not Zip Striker. I'll give that one a pass. Wait, this isn't Braviary. Oh god, what's the bird you fly around? Is it Braviary that you fly around? Lapras. It is a little Lapras-y, but not quite. Again, we have Link. That's just Pikachu again. Is that Mouse? Wait, is that Minchino? Is that Minchino and or Mousehold? Is that Minchino and or Mousehold? That's Minchino. Let's see. What else can we spot here? I feel like that looks... The face reminds me of Zapdos. Wait! Sceptile spotted! Sceptile spotted! On the right, far left-hand side. That's Sceptile. That is absolutely Sceptile. Near the back, next to the bear. Facing forward, right there. That's a friggin' Sceptile. Couple pals in there. I'm not as familiar with pals. Also, I'm not gonna lie, like... Is this... I have a feeling that this is a female player model. Also, that's Lucario right there. I have a feeling that that's a female player model because I think I see Booba right there. Also, we have the Moo Meadows cow, by the way. We have Moo Meadows. As well as Lucario. That's not Glaceon enough. Okay, this is going to be a rare pull. Why does this character's fit kind of remind me of Astral Chain? Why is this like an Astral Chain ass fit? Is that a stretch? Yeah, and Piplup. Pangolin slash Piplup, yeah. Now that's Lapras and that's Blossom. Is that supposed to be Beware? That feels like Beware. That is so egregiously Mega Rayquaza. Okay. So I'm actually not going to count the Moltres, because that can look distinct enough. What I will not excuse, however, is oh, there's a few. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Bottom left is Hisuian, oh gosh. Why can't I think of the name? Hisuian. Why can't... Rowlet's Final Evolution. Why can't I think of the name? Why can't I think... Decidueye. Hisuian Decidueye. Hisuian Decidueye. Also, yes, that is G-Max, or that is Gigantamax Charizard. That was the first thing I noticed. That is definitely Gigantamax Charizard. Very Digimon, but nothing here is too... Wait, is that just... Wait, why is that like Eloy's hair a little bit? Is that Eloy? from it feels like Eloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. There's the guns. I feel like this one's the most egregious, but I'm actually going to count this one as 2. Do you know why I'm going to count this one as 2? Because this is more than just a Ceruledge. This is more than just a Ceruledge. I'm going to count this as a Rellana from Elden Ring. Moss Run for Powerwood. Okay, good catch. This is a Renala from Elden Ring reference. Not Night Rain, specifically Elden Ring. Rellana never made it to Night Rain. This is Rellana from Night Rain. Or sorry, from Elden Ring. That's Anubis back there. Also Lucario. Yeah, the door. This is absolutely Rellana. Because here's the thing, it is Ceruledge, but look at the attack. It's based off the Glintblade attacks that Wait, no, you're right! It is the door! Oh my god, it is the door to the day 3 boss. Or the night 3 boss. Oh my god, you're right. See, that's Rellana's slash right there. I know that this is a PAL, I don't know which one. I know that this is a PAL, I don't know which one. I know that there's one that has like the rocket launcher, but okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's the chill lizard. Yeah, it's the, I'm just gonna call it missile lizard because I don't know. So I'm gonna call this a Mavuika reference from Genshin. Like it's, yeah, it's the Akira slide, but I have a feeling that the whole bike on fire, that's very, trying to rip off a little bit, but this feels very Mavuika from Genshin. The jacket doesn't. I will say though, also, can I just say though, they gave her the whale tail, and you know what? I will say, I'm gonna move over real quick. Nice. Nice. That whale tail's really, really friggin' in there. Wow, would you look at that? Yeah, would you look at that? I'm gay. Okay. Yeah, it is Kamen Rider. Wait. Sorry, I totally didn't see a specific frame. Come on, game. Come on, game. Don't mess this up for me. Holy. Anyway. That is in there like swimwear. Holy. Also, hi, Roadhog. That is in there like swimwear. Yeah, that's definitely Kamen Rider. Curly has a thong and a it's, look, I'm not gonna lie, like that. Hey, I think I might have found my favorite. Also, that is just Roadhog, by the way. Yeah, whose ass cheeks did they steal from? Check to 02. Yeah, I could see that being 02. Also, we can all agree that this is just Roadhog, right? That's just Roadhog, right? I don't think there's any. So give me gold towers. True! Oh my god, wait, you're right. I was thinking Garchomp, but I don't see an analogy for that one. The moon! Are they stealing every... No, I'm just kidding. I don't see any... This kind of reminds me of the boss from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. But I'll say that that one's unique enough that I'll... Damn, they put a chest on that one. Holy. Also, the Tears of the Kingdom drop. There it is right there. TK drop. Furry freeze. Okay, you know what? I'll furry freeze with tits. Okay, this one's a pal. I just don't know which one. This one's a pal. I don't know. It's the other missile one. It's Jet Dragon, right? The Omnitrix. Okay. Rinamon. Oh, maybe. The Bendu from Star Wars Rebels? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what this is in relation to. Mecha Jet Dragon. I don't know what this is in relation to anything. Ganon, little bit. You know what? I'll count that as a Calamity Ganon. Oh, that is Calamity Ganon. Okay. So, bringing up the full list. How many items do we have? We have, in order, Link, Mega Rayquaza, Pikachu, Chillet, Breloom, Braviary, Swampert, Minccino, Sceptile, Moo Moo Meadows Cow, Lucario / Anubis, Astral Chain, Pangolin / Piplup, Lapras, Blossom, Beware, Hisuian Decidueye, Gmax Charizard, Aloy, Mossrent, Redlana, Ceruledge, Nightree and Night Rain, or Nightree Door and Night Rain. I don't know the name of that big lizard that's like really chill with the rocket launchers. Mavwika, 02, Kamen Rider, Roadhog, Gimme Ghoul Towers, Tears of the Kingdom drop. Cow's kind of a stretch. I'll show you again. Jet Dragon and Calamity Ganon. So, 32! Minimum. Not even counting the name of the game or the name of the company. We have 32 references to other content. This game is so not coming out. And now the Moo Moo Meadows Cow isn't a stretch. I'll show you. I'll show you again. Or maybe more like Harvest Moon Cow. You can't tell me that that cow in the back is not either from Moo Moo Meadows or Harvest Moon. Stray Seasons? That's fair. Maybe more Harvest Moon. It is so blatant though. Like, people said Palworld was blatant, and like, yeah, but no. This is... I feel like this game wants to be sued by Pocket Pair. Meadows Cows Nose Piercing. yeah, true. Okay, so yeah, it's more Maple Story or Story of Seasons. Okay, or Harvest Moon, not Maple Story. It's, oh my god, this game is not releasing. This is going to be vaporware. Palworld was subtle. This ain't. I just want to know, like, y'all know that they have like a dry erase board in their office for every day that they come in. You know that they have a dry erase board for every day that they come in, writing down like days since lawsuit, and they're just waiting to erase it to say 0. You know for a fact that they're just like marking the days until they get. I have a feeling that this is just supposed to be like a rage bait trailer to get legal action, so that way they get it as like, I feel like they're trying to do this to get attention from Nintendo and Pocket Pair, so that way that way they might scrap the scheme and make something else, but now everyone knows this company. So when behind your avatar said, oh yeah, no, it's just Lucario / Anubis. No, it's Lucario / Anubis from Palworld. I know that, I'm just waiting for it though. Like, I have a feeling they're like, hey, can you sue us too? It's good publicity. So, you know what? Congrats on being that blatant. Because holy, I think that's the most blatant. Like, honestly, it's so blatant. I respect it to a degree. It's so blatant. It's so. It's not blatant, isn't it? Wait, gamers! I found one other reference. Y'all see that? Right over here. No! I gotta back it up. Is that right next to my horn? Right here. Is that motherfucking WD-40? Oh my god! They're gonna be sued by WD-40! Look! Right next to my horn. That's the most egregious one. They're gonna be sued by WD-40. I mean, Chino, yeah, we mentioned that earlier. So let's say that. It's literally just source WD-40. It really is. Also, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't Link right here. I'm pretty sure that this is Linkle, because it might just be the lighting, but like, first off, they got them thick legs, holy. Fia! Gotta turn on redirect so I can raid you here. Wait, that's a thing? Hello, Fia. What the heck is redirects? Wait. Huh? I don't know what that is. Let me look that up real quick. 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Studios. Community. Live redirects. Hmm? Okay, Randy. Oh, where? Feel free to call me if you need. I'm looking for it. I'm looking. Also, hello, hi, Fia. Fia, I was actually gonna read you later if you were still on somehow. Go to studio. Okay, I'm in studio. Then you go to settings, right? Studio, okay. Calling with support. Yiddy! Hello! Totally not me thinking that this is something that's on by default.
Oh, you're still low for me for some reason.
Oh.
There we
Totally
go.
not.
Sorry. I was
First
in
off,
a cloud
hello.
earlier. I forgot to turn back up. Hi! How's it
You're
going?
good. Totally not me not realizing this is something that needs to be turned on and not something that's just on by default. Because I'm so
I didn't
Twitch
know
pilled.
until someone told me either. Yeah, no. I'm also Twitch pilled. I'm so the same way. Did you get it figured out? Because I did step away for half a second. Or do
No.
you need me to help
I
you?
have no clue.
Okay. So if you're in studio and then
Yeah?
you go to settings in the very lower left corner,
Yeah.
there's one there's a tab that says community moderation.
I saw that, but I didn't see any.
And then channel guidelines. No. User management. The middle
Okay.
column. You scroll down to where it says
all channels can
live
redirect to my
redirect users. Yeah. If you click that, then people can now raid you. You have to go through all of these fuck ass menus. Pardon my French.
No, you're
to
good.
turn it on. And the fact that like people can't, they literally can't raid, because I tried to raid you tonight. You were gonna be my raid.
Oh, you're good.
No, yeah. It's just like I
You're
tried.
fine, I
was like,
appreciate
it. I gotta tell Scout how to do this.
Lamau.
So yeah, isn't that so weird? And then like,
It's
here,
so
do you want
weird.
to? Let me give you a very quick tutorial on how to actually raid, because that took me 3 tries tonight.
Oh yeah.
So
This will be a
when
little
you're,
bit bigger.
when you're like have a video pulled up in like the studio, and you can like see the end screen in the stream in the top right hand corner, like that part,
Yeah.
you got like the preview and everything. So you want to click edit, and then I don't have it in front of me anymore, so I can't walk you fully through it.
Wait. Wait. I'm just gonna share my screen to you. Chat can't see this.
Sounds good. That'll help.
So. Okay.
Chat's right though. It is off by default to avoid hate raids. So
Yeah.
let me.
Okay, so I'm on here.
Full screen it. Okay, fantastic. Go to stream settings. And then click
Okay.
edit right next to where it says title. And then go to customization.
Okay.
And then scroll down.
at the bottom.
Wait, scroll up. Sorry, scroll up. What? What?
Do I not?
It should be there. So it might be because this stream was set up without that change set that you can't see it. But if you go to customization here, there will be an option for you to select redirects next time.
Okay.
I encourage you to set up a private stream so you can see what it like after this stream. So you can see what it looks like, because there's like two options at the top, one on the left and one on the right. The one on the right is where you can like put the link to a live stream, or if you are subscribed to people and they're live, they'll show up there. It also, if you're subscribed to someone and they have a scheduled broadcast, it'll show there. So you probably don't want to raid into the special broadcast ones unless they're happening
Paige, we're looking at it. No, you can't. I'm sorry, hon. You literally can't if you're midstream.
It's straight up not there for this stream.
It is not there.
You might maybe refresh the page. There's no harm in refreshing this page. You could try that. Because you saved the settings, right, on the other one?
Yeah.
You definitely saved it? Okay.
Yep.
So then, yeah, try now. No, it's still not
Let me
there.
check again. Studio. Just in case. Settings.
Yeah.
Also, thank you so much for community moderation.
It's under, yeah. Yeah, it is checked off.
Well, I'm able
it's
to because you're
it's
not
just-
live. Because you're not live before you did the settings page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because this stream was set up, like you know how you have to create a stream and then you go live. That's how like YouTube works. I think because you created the stream before that setting was set, it's not showing up there. That's got to be the case.
Or is it because this is a pre-detailed time slot stream?
It should still work because essentially what you're saying is after you hit the stream end button in the top corner there, that's where it goes to. So like it'll like that's what the tool does mechanically. So regardless of when it ends, it should it should allow for the redirect there.
Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's anything
Yeah,
else here.
I
But
really
it's in
think
the edit.
it's just because you set this up.
It's the edit
Yeah, it's
there.
under customization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I will say though,
It'll be
really
there.
quick.
Yeah.
I know you're probably tired. I need to show you one thing that's really funny, real quick.
Yeah. No, send it my way. Send it my way.
Have you seen Pikmin? Have you seen Pikmin?
Oh my god, Pikmin is it's so crazy. Have you gone through the whole trailer yet? Have you seen the whole
Yes.
thing? Or are you like breaking it down?
I broke down. We found 33. 33 stolen things from various resources. So far, what we have is Link, Mega Rayquaza, Pikachu, Chillet, Breloom, Braviary, Swampert, Minccino, Sceptile, the Story of Seasons cows, Lucario / Anubis, Astral Chain outfits, Pangolin / Piplup, Lapras, Blossom, Beware, Hisuian Decidueye, WD-40, G-Max Charizard.
I didn't know that one was in there.
Yeah, G-Max Charizard, Aloy, Mossrent, Rilana from Elden Ring, Ceruledge, Night 3, Night Rain outdoors, whatever the Missile Lizard is from Pal World, Mavuika,
Right.
02, Kamen Rider, Roadhog, Gimmighoul Towers, Tears of the Kingdom Drop, Jet Dragon, and Calamity Ganon.
Yeah, the Roadhog one is my favorite. I love that.
It's so, oh my god. I have a feeling that it's literally just them trying to, it's literally just them trying to, I don't know why, but it really does feel like it's them trying to start a lawsuit to get notoriety, so that way they could cancel that game and make the next one, and people know the actual like company.
It's gotta be, right? Because like there's
It has
no way
to.
you can
It's not
do
coming out.
that much. Because like here's the thing, people were like, "Oh, Pal World's ripping off Pokemon," and I'm like, for some of the designs, I can
Some
kind
of
of see it.
the Luxray design was pretty bad.
Yeah. But for the most part, there are a lot of unique designs in Pal World, I will say. It feels completely different. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I never look at any pals and think, oh, that is literally just Roadhog. In this case, I'm like, that is literally just Roadhog.
There
You know what I
is
mean?
one last thing I need to show you then. It's a 1-minute trailer, and it is nightmare. It is nightmare. It is nightmare. It is nightmare. It scares the ever-loving shit out of me. It is nightmare. Have you seen DLSS? Have you seen the new DLSS? You know what DLSS is, right?
Jog my memory. I just did a 9-hour stream.
Oh, no, you're good. DLSS is deep learning super sampling. It allows you to run games. It allows you to run games at a lower resolution at a higher detail. It's basically a better version of what TVs do. It's filling in pixels. This has been a thing since 2018 for reference.
Right.
It allows
Yes.
some things called frame generation. It renders in, like, you'll play a game at 4K resolution, but it's actually rendering at 1440p. And as you move, it's kind of figuring out where pixels are and adding them in. It's supposed to make the game look like how it would at a higher resolution, while rendering it at a lower resolution and adding in additional frames. That way games can play more smoothly.
Totally.
It was game changing. It allows people with lower end graphics cards to be able to more easily like, it allows people to play games that they otherwise wouldn't be able to, or play games that run at unacceptable frame rates. The best example was always Cyberpunk, which had the best implementation of it.
Right.
Well,
right.
now they're making the AI almost a filter overlay over it, and it's turning people into nightmares. It's horrifying. It's horrifying.
Yeah, I'm seeing some of this for Resident Evil.
Look at this. Can you see my screen still?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me also chit chat. This is what we were reacting for the first 90 minutes. By the way, this is what we're
gonna share with chat here. Yeah.
I want your live reaction with it.
No, it's, oh god, okay. What are they gonna do to my boy? Oh, it's just,
oh wait, this one. Nightmare. It's so scary. Oh, this one terrified me.
oh my god. Wait, whoa. Oh my god. Like,
this one's so uncanny it hurts.
oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, this one doesn't look that bad. To be honest,
that's a real person. That's a real person, though.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Actually, no. Sorry, that shot was a little weird.
It was a little. So here's the thing. It generally tends to make backgrounds look pretty okay, but can I just say this though? Like this first one. Why did it turn her into Scarlett Johansson?
For real, I was gonna say she looks like a completely different person. It's just like, yeah, let's just take what she looks like and make her completely different.
By the way, look at the lip filler. Look at her lips, real quick.
Yeah.
It gave her lip filler.
It feels like it's. Yeah, I don't know. It feels so uncanny. That's my issue with it. It turns her into this. It doesn't look real, I guess, to me. Right?
It reminds me of
it's so real, but no.
Reminds me of Chinese phone filters for cameras.
Yeah,
like you know how like by default a lot of cameras from like from not OnePlus, Huawei, by default have like filters that actually change how you look.
It just feels this feels very dystopian. I'm not gonna lie. This feels fucked. This feels wrong.
So the thing is, DLSS is amazing for backgrounds, and they showed some backgrounds. They looked gorgeous, although they tended to kind of change some of the directions where the light was coming from. Have a good one,
right.
The other thing that it also showed was and also I can guarantee that they used like low settings, because like look at Grace. That is not 1440p. That is 1080.
No.
They used low detail.
I've played this game. I've played this game plenty of times.
She looks better than this.
It looks good. It looks not even good. This game looks great. This game looks beautiful. I spent the first 30 minutes of this game walking down this street. I'm just going to be so real with you.
It also deletes the fog in the background. Look at the background. Look at the fog.
Yeah, but the fog's so good. That's like atmospheric.
Yep.
Why?
It's so...
Oh, man.
It's so bad. Look, I will say, surprisingly, Leon looks the least bad, but it's also, he doesn't move. You notice that he doesn't really move in the pose that they show him?
Yeah, but also,
it does kind of make
real with you.
It does make his facial hair weird.
That's exactly what I was going to point out. It just has this uncanniness to it. There's something... I'm going to be honest with you. It also kind of doesn't look like Leon. It looks like someone playing Leon.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it does. This one looks like a deep fried meme generator. Looks like a deep...
It really does.
Nightmare.
Oh, God.
It's so scary.
This one looks like it looks like, you know how like old AI image generation used to be, where like it added way too many lines in random ass places. AI image generation doesn't do that too much these days. That's what this looks like to me, though.
Yeah,
like it's fucking.
It's scary.
So bad.
Oh my god. By the way, one of the part that bothers me about this guy, other than the fact that it, like highlights his nose like he's like wearing like highlighter. Look at his upper lip. Very, very clean shaven. Why is there just 5 o'clock shadow now? Where'd that come from?
There is.
Where'd
AI
that come
was
from?
like, we gotta scruff this guy up. We gotta scruff this guy up.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, no. I don't know. It just makes choices. Here's the thing: is that going to be consistent through the entire game? If it's an AI making a decision based on what it sees in the moment, probably not.
They say that since it's a consistent model that it won't, but I don't believe them. Also, the worst part is Bethesda facial animations are already so uncanny. So putting a simulated photoreal face over Bethesda's animations, we watched a longer deep dive of this. The way that Starfield characters emote with their face and eyebrows is terrifying. Oh, also they did one for the Oblivion remastered, and so they were showing elves in that, and it is Oblivion elves with photorealistic faces.
I kind of want to see that really badly. I kind of really want to see that.
But like, look at this lady. Really like the way that she moves her. I don't like that. I don't like.
That's why I said look at her lips, because it just like it looks so wrong. It just looks vile. I don't know
why the person on the right like bothers me, but the way that this guy cocks up his eyebrow like in the photoreal, just like look.
Oh God! Whoa! Oh, what the fuck? No! Yeah, it looks so wrong.
Yeah.
Again, I think that this shot looks fine, but it like in the moment, but it's also like it's like a quarter of a second, you know.
And Digital Foundry
one looked really bad.
I will say some of them look great. Like here's an example on a TV, so that's with it off.
Wait, this looks what game is this?
Assassin's Creed. Which one? It's the newest one.
That game looks good. What the fuck?
Like here's the thing. DLSS makes backgrounds look fine because it has much more experience doing them. It's the faces.
Yeah.
But here's the problem that we're going to run into. I have a feeling that this is going to make it, since they even say it uses generative AI to make this happen. I have a feeling that this is going to make it so that instead of devs putting in the extra work, they're going to get their hours slashed because DLSS will put in the extra detail.
God, I fucking hope not. That's
my thought process. That's my thought process.
It's probably the case. I hate all the fucking corporates pushing this goddamn like.
I will say right here,
AI like change.
This is Oblivion, by the way, right here. The Oblivion. This is with it off. That looks. Now I will say I actually did have a problem with this image initially because as the person moves, you see the tree jitter in the background, but you notice it jitters even when it's turned off.
Yeah.
So like for reference, like you'll see the tree, see the tree's kind of ghosting a little bit in the left.
Yeah.
It's doing that regardless, so like I'm not going to blame that. But I have a feeling that it's going to get rid of artistic vision.
100%. 110%. Plus, like, I don't know. I
don't like it.
I feel crazy for saying this, but like, I kind of also don't want photorealistic
people. Oh, by the way, fun fact. Look what this was running on.
I don't want that.
Fun fact. They said it can run on a single card, but right now that demo was running on two 5090s, which you cannot buy. You will never be able to find in stock. It was one
100%.
running the game. It was one running the DLSS.
Of course.
So,
of course.
It's basically literally a Snapchat filter. One of these is basically running a Snapchat filter on top of the other one.
That's 100% what it is. Absolutely. 110% what it is.
Oh, wait, I think this is where we get to see the elf.
The
elves. Wait, let's see. It might be later.
I still think this game looks great with it off. I'm gonna be so real.
This game looks fantastic. I will say that lady looks terrifying.
What?
Wait, look. That's without. First off, Starfield just looks terrifying regardless, but like.
Yeah, it's insane. Oh,
the way Bethesda characters move.
It has this like.
It's the eyebrows. It's always the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Like it still looks bad, like with that, but like with it on, ooh.
But I mean, with it off, it's like, oh, it's just like not the best animation, but it's fine. Like it doesn't send shivers down my spine. But looking at it. Oh God.
Oh, there is one part. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, it looks like someone.
Oh no!
Destroyed Keanu Reeves' face.
No. Do you know who that? Do you know what facial hair that reminds me of? I'm gonna DM you.
It looks like a fucked up Keanu to me. Yeah, let's see. Oh my God, I hate how accurate that is. I absolutely despise how accurate that is.
Look.
No.
Look and tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not. It's 110% accurate, and that is about as cursed as it fucking gets. I'm gonna be so real.
It's so scary. I will say though, like, this looks good.
Yeah, I mean, again, it looks good.
But it looks fine
like
before.
The trees and the backgrounds. I think you can also achieve that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, with shaders and things like that.
Like, I don't think we need AI to do it. I'm gonna be so real. Like, I don't think we do.
Holy cheekbones, Batman. This is with it off.
Yeah. Oh God, the eyes. Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh, he's a lizard person. He's a lizard person.
The eyebrows are what scare me.
Oh my God, what the fuck? What happened? Oh God.
I mean, he looked bad before. I'll be honest. That's one of those character
with
models.
It off. Oh. It's so uncanny though. I think this looks, I'm gonna be so real with you. This one, the Assassin's Creed one, it looks the exact same with on and off. It's just like different lighting. That's what it looks like to me. It's just like that's the same. It feels like an unnecessary amount of computing power put into that.
There was one other. Oh yeah, this image right here. I will say right here, I hate that this just looks like an image of like a town in Europe. I hate how realistic that looks though.
I completely agree. This is very photorealistic. There are a couple spots like the stairs on the left there. I think if you focus on those, your brain can say, okay, that's not real.
But if you're focused on like the paneling on the sides of the two like homes on the sides, and then the cathedral.
It's very real. It looks like a photo. It straight up does look like a photo. I will give you that.
The barrels actually do kind of take me out a little bit.
Yeah. I would say the barrels and the steps for me, like the left ones.
Maybe the crate on the left.
Yeah. If you look at those, you can like, it's one of those things where people like back in like 2008 were like, oh my God, it's photorealistic. And then you look back and you're like, those were potatoes. What are you talking about?
But yeah. Just wanted to at least show you that because it's insane.
Especially if you look at the church. It's photoreal.
I don't know what game this is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This one doesn't make a change. What's the fucking point of it? What's the fucking point? Either you can turn something that...
I've seen some people call it the yassified filter, though.
Yes! Oh my God. I was going to say, it looks like they all have Gucci. Yeah, no, this is man, I love my late stage capitalism dystopia. It's so great. When are we gonna get all the cool stuff though, like the brain dances and the cybernetic augmentations?
I'm not gonna lie though,
we're really missing out.
Oh, this image right here made me realize, first off, this is gorgeous without, but turning it back on, this right here is what is directly making me think that they're going to start cutting dev time to pay devs less if they can just add in the detail with DLSS.
Yeah, I could see why they would do that.
Like, look at how detailed these are with it all, like without it. Look at how detailed those are.
Oh,
I have a feeling that by DLSS,
it looks like a lighting change. It just looks like a lighting change.
But I don't think it's holding back much to think that they'll start adding in like generative like engravings and stuff like that with like later versions.
Please don't do that. Please, God. Please stop. Make it stop.
Sometimes it just looks like different shaders, though. Like, I don't know. It's so dystopian to watch, though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, it for sure is 100%. There's about
So, yeah.
anytime I see AI stuff these days, it's like, again, why the fuck are we using AI to replace the cool shit? It's like, oh yeah, with AI, we can stop. You don't have to work anymore. Well, why is AI replacing all the cool jobs?
Well, no, here's the thing. I
want to have my art jobs replaced. I want to have the fucking
generative AI is the problem.
Awful shit. Yeah, the generative AI is the problem.
Can more
100%,
companies do? Can more companies actually do? I mentioned this at the beginning. Did you hear what Arc Raiders is doing? So Arc Raiders, that dev team, for their last game, the finals, and for Arc Raiders, they use AI. They use AI voice actors. Or no. They generate. They have actual voice actors. But they generate the lines because there's so many individual items in the game. That being said, the VAs were actually paid knowing that.
Right.
Like, basically saying, like, there's so many items in the game that we're not going to have you record all these lines. We're going to pay you for your voice, and we're going to use it to record all these lines through AI. Like, they were at least paid with that.
As long as they're consenting, and also as long as they get paid the same fucking amount that they would be for their time. I'm going to be so honest.
But that's the crazy thing. Get paid less. There's actually been an update. The actual devs, like, this is the one gaming company that's going in reverse in a good direction, like anti-enshittification. One of the main devs, I forget if it's the main dev or one of the main producers, basically said, you can't replace real voice acting. Now that we have the funds and budget, we're replacing all the voice lines with real voice actors.
That's really good. That's really comforting to hear.
They actually are going back and adding in actual voice acting.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's really, really good. Maybe I'll say
that is the only time I have ever heard that, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. And again, I think that it has its place, right? Like, for example, like I used to have, and I might do this again, have a stream buddy, like a little like mascot, right?
Yeah.
That chat can talk to, and it can respond using, its AI, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Or like
Neurosama.
Yeah, like Neurosama. It's very similar to Neurosama, actually. It's very, very similar. It's essentially the same thing, right? I'm okay with that because that's not replacing anything.
Yeah.
It's not like that's non-replicated. You can't replicate that. If I hired a human to sit as my stream mascot and answer questions, it would not be as entertaining. Because people like the whole point is that it's entertaining because of what it is.
You have no idea what's going to happen with it too sometimes.
Exactly. So that's why I think like in those instances it's fine. But like, yeah, it's just it's fucked to see like actual like real voice acting jobs or art jobs. Like it's so depressing. Looking around and seeing all of these AI ads
with AI taking non-artistic jobs. If the company splits the share, like basically, here's the thoughts. AI should be used for big data, like data entry. But all jobs it replaces, that person gets a share of the profits that have been supplanted.
Yeah, 100%.
Which will never happen.
And also,
which will never happen.
Can I just point out the fact that this is like an opportunity for wages?
We can be in a post-work culture.
Inflation.
We could literally be in a post-work culture, but like we're never going to.
We could. But it's like, wages have not been keeping up with inflation for years now.
Did you hear that New York might be New York proposed a $30 minimum wage?
Good for them. There should be. It's fucked. It's fucked that people are like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. My wage increased by 3%. Meanwhile, we look at the rate of inflation and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? And it's like, okay, I feel like at this point we need to catch up because it's like it's kind of at a fucked spot,
Yeah. Like I'm fine being in like a post-work, post-scarcity world. It's just you gotta just make sure that like, yeah, sure, you can replace all of our jobs. Just make it so we don't have to work then. Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing. I would love that utopia. I also straight up don't trust people in charge to have that be a beneficial system for everyone. Yeah. I just don't trust it. Like,
no, I don't either.
Whatever.
Plus, like, I'm gonna be like working till like the day I die. But I like what I work on.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. Even if I had a continual source of income, like if I just was getting paid, and no matter what I do.
By the way, tip your streamers. We are. We might have fancy models that might cost thousands, but like we live very close to the vest, most of us. I don't have rent for next month. No, I do, but barely.
Very true. No, for real. Those big explosive like hype trains and stuff, they help me so goddamn much.
I took a self-care day last month and looked how much it hit my bottom line.
Yeah.
I will probably not take another self-care day till 2027.
Yeah. But like, even if I was getting some kind of universal income, like that was sufficient, right? I would still do this. Like I would.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I like to do this.
I
just
busy.
Enjoy it.
It's fun. You're an entertainer.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'd always want to do this. And it's one of the reasons why I should not replace creative works, because there's also people out there that want to do creative works, and this shit's fucked.
Buy my music, chat. Do it now.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, thank you for letting me kidnap you for a little bit, and thank you for the thoughts of reading me. I didn't even know that was a thing. This is actually my second YouTube exclusive stream. Nice. I was originally going to be doing some. Basically, I have like multiple different chat topics. Like the topics we're going to still bring up before I end tonight are basically the whole Krafton lawsuit, where basically one of the CEOs of Krafton who bought Unreal Worlds, which was the Subnautica devs, and owed them a $250 million bonus, and then basically tried to cut them out of the bonus by basically putting up blockades to make sure that they couldn't work for it. Basically, like put in, and to make sure that he didn't have to pay them, he asked multiple like lawyers, and they said no. Like if they do what you contractually offered, basically he bought the company for $500 million and said I'll pay you an additional $250 million if you get the game out in early access by like middle of 2026.
Right. Yeah.
Wow,
that's crazy.
And then what he did was, when people said no, you signed here, you're contractually obligated, he then went to ChatGPT to try to find he went to ChatGPT on trying to find out how to weasel out of the contract, and it is now costing his company tens of millions of dollars in lawsuit fees, to the point where they had to reinstate. Like, they actually even tried to fire some of the devs to make sure that they didn't have to pay this. The lawsuit has already made them have to reinstate the original Unreal World CEO, and directly he has to work with him legally now.
Oh my god, that's wild.
So what would have been $250 million is now looking to be closer to 300, 350, 400 mil. Because he was trying to back out for the Subnautica devs. The other things were Pikmin, Niantic Labs taking 30 billion photographs from people playing Pokemon Go and Ingress over the last 10 years to make extremely accurate down to the centimeter geolocation maps to allow AI delivery bots to more accurately make deliveries.
Wow, I'm getting heart palpitations just hearing that. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy.
Down to the centimeter. They fired the 3 founders. Yep. The other one is Miku just got a redesign.
I heard about this. I haven't seen it.
Version 6 Miku. Her skirt's really cute in the new version. And then the other one is Death Stranding. If we fund the Underdesk treadmill, because I'm trying to get hot for Hot Girl Summer, if we fund an Underdesk treadmill, I will play Death Stranding, and I have to walk whenever Norman Reedus is walking.
Oh, that's such a fun idea. That's such a good idea.
Feel free to yoink that.
One of the reasons I'm so excited for a 3D model, because I did this a little bit.
I have full body tracking.
Yeah, well, I want to like walk around my room. You know what I mean? I want to walk
I do
around like a
too.
3D environment, and I love that. I love the idea of that because I was standing up and walking around at the beginning of the stream, but it's not quite the same when I can't like do my full body stuff, you know? So God, I really want that 3D model so I could just walk around and chat and do just chatting streams and things.
Get this and play Death Stranding. Death Stranding 2 comes out on PC in 2 days, by the way. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh, this is not that bad of a price. This is
It's
actually
not.
less than I was expecting.
Put it on Throne. Have chat fund it and say, chat, fund this plus the cost of the game and a little bit extra for some girlies' lunch. And I will do Death Stranding I will do Death Stranding where I have to walk. Like, I have to walk when Norman Reedus is walking and get fit as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. That's so good.
Also, do you have ReboCap?
I do actually. Yeah.
I do too. But actually, out of curiosity, I can't get my ReboCap to work. My arms are on the wrong thing. I don't know if it's my model or if it's my tracking. Because it's specifically V-Man that makes it look bad. And I spent 4
I have not taken them out of the
hours.
box.
I spent 4 hours recalibrating. Never fixed the arms.
Interesting. Okay.
If you ever figure that out, please let me know. And like, I've have multiple people and no one else has run into this problem. But when climbs, then I just keep going.
Yeah, I'll set mine up here soonish. I need to spend some time.
Do you ever want to set them out together?
Like
I'm just saying.
It could be good, yeah. Another like like working. What do people call that? Like doubling, I think is what they call it.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I always like doing that. It's fun. Yeah, we should all work in chat.
Definitely add that folding pad though to your throne and just see if chat really wants you. Like, imagine how good Hot Girl Summer could become with it. I'm just saying.
No, you're not wrong. This is a brilliant idea, genuinely. I also have been wanting to get into working out more, and this is a great way to do that. So, really solid idea. I'll check it out. Thank you for the suggestion.
On your way out, V2 versus V6 Miku. This is new Miku. They changed her. They changed her skirt. Yeah. I'll show chat real quick. They changed Hatsune Miku. They made her twin tails way more pigmented. They changed the sleeves. And then they also added the teal to the skirt.
The sleeves are my favorite change. I'm going to be so honest with you. I really like the sleeves a lot. I really like the sleeves.
That's old Miku versus...
Can I see the old one again for a comparison? Yeah. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah.
So they moved it from the frills to... They moved it from the frills to like the slits on the skirt, which I think looks way cooler.
Yeah. I just really like how those sleeves come out in the way that they come out. They're like,
oh my god, her fingers are so chunky in the original.
They are. They really are. I do like the skirt though. It's very pretty. It reminds me
they also hyped up the... Oh my god, we have tummy now. We have tummy now. I just realized.
We do have tummy now. Oh my gosh. Plus we can see bells.
Oh, they are hearts. The hair ties are hearts now instead of squares.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Do I like that? I'll have to sit on that to think about that because
it's cute,
actually really like the square. It's really cute. Don't get me wrong. I just really like the square look because it's a little, I don't know, it's kind of iconic. And hearts, this is coming from someone who has a lot of hearts in my 3.0 design. So like,
true.
This is the pot calling the kettle black. But I don't know. I felt like the squares were very iconic. I don't hate it though. It does look really nice. I'll probably end up liking it. I just have to sit on it a little bit,
I do like the thicker twin tails though, like how they kind of like...
I like that a lot. Yes. I like the thicker twin tails. I really like how they did the bangs because the bangs are very similar, but they are also very different. Like
they're a lot more
center
stylized.
strand is a lot more prominent, which I really like.
It feels more stylized, although she did lose her headphones.
Yeah. It's a shame to see that go for sure.
She lost her chunky headphones, damned.
I like the tie also a lot more. I think the tie is really nice with the little check mark on it. It's very, very cute.
Yeah, do you see that? Oh, wait, they added magenta to the belt. Oh, we couldn't see the belt prior.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
it also looks like on the boots, not only did they make them like kind of like a shinier kind of like patent leather, they also looks like they made more of the heel, the teal color instead of just the base.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Actually, that's really nice.
I wouldn't say her color's different. I'd say saturated.
Yeah,
they turned up the saturation.
I don't know. I'm colorblind, so what do I know? They look the same to me, but one I can obviously tell one is higher saturation, but they look like the same shade, just more saturation. But I'm also like green-red colorblind, and the one on the right looks.
Do you know how ironic that is? Seeing your coloration on screen.
I'm very aware. Trust me.
You are 99% green and red, girly.
Very much so, yes. For the longest time, I told people my skin was yellow. I was like, oh, it's yellow, but it only looks green to people because of it being skin. So it's an illusion.
I hope you know that you're a red-haired goblin.
I don't have orange hair? That's... Oh, man. I got to rethink some things.
You know what? Also, on your way out, I'm going to let it chat in on a little secret with my next model if I can get it funded. It's not fully funded yet, but if we can get there. Something funny that's going to be happening with it is I'm going to have a bodysuit on the next model, and on that bodysuit will have multiple different plugins that can show different information on it. Everything from heart rate to equalizer to if certain things happen on stream, it'll cause the bodysuit to crash. Think of the bodysuit like a computer monitor. If the bodysuit crashes, it will reload into the standard Windows green field scene for a little bit before loading back into being load back into being the standard color.
That is hilarious.
That's the idea, at least, if I can get it rigged like that. But we still have to fund the model for that to happen. But yeah, that's at least the idea for it. It's I'm kind of just treating the I kind of just want to treat the bodysuit like a display. Style of bodysuit. Think of, I mean, it's a zip up bodysuit, but it
looks great.
The top to the bottom.
I've seen some of the concept. It looks fantastic.
It's getting more detailed now, so we'll see. We just got to actually fund it. We funded the low poly model version. We just now need to fully fund the actual model. But yeah.
Walking billboard. I can't wait for you to get sponsors and then have them paste their like coupon code on your tits. I'm very excited for that.
The one other thing that would be really funny. Really funny. Imagine if I had like Imagine if I had this as like one of the options.
Oh my god, yes. yes, 100%.
Wait, okay, chat can't see. Wait. Chat, imagine if I had this on the bodysuit.
My ADHD would love you.
Be so stupid. Be so stupid. I'm absolutely gonna have a green screen version of it as well, though. Like that way I could just put anything I want on it, but
for sure, 100%, 110%.
Especially because my model doesn't have green anywhere else. But like, God, I love the fucking Pipes screensaver.
Me too.
Yo, we're learning typing classes with this one. We're playing Mavis Beacon with this one, bitches.
I can't wait to get dysentery.
We don't want to be piped.
So good.
Shh, that's for the other stream in a few. But yo, have a good one though. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. All I was gonna say is I've considered getting a low poly for my 3.0 too to like kind of have alongside it. But I wouldn't want to review it until after the 3.0 design, you know. So
I have two people I can show you that I've been looking at. So we'll see.
Cool. Alrighty. I should get going. I got all my after stream care to do still. So no worries. All right.
But yeah, no, I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spend a lot more time on this channel doing non-gaming content. So
Yeah,
we'll
for
see how
sure.
it goes. So
This kind of content's super fun. I always like doing this. I always get nervous about doing like just chatting stuff or
I'm
like
so
reaction
bad at it.
content.
I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at it. I'm so
I need
bad at it.
well, practice makes perfect, and I should tell myself the same thing, you know, because I also feel like I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at it. But you're doing great. You're doing fantastic. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Thank you.
Also happy happy St. Patty's Day. You didn't even have to wear anything. You can't get pinched. Biologically, you can't get pinched.
Immune. I am immune.
Okay, have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm leaving this as the background for a little bit. Yeah, that's my friend Goblin Fia. You should totally go check her out on both Twitch as well as YouTube. But yeah, how long have we even been going? What, 3 hours ish? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. I'm trying to think. I did have other plans, but I'm like really tired. And also I do have another stream I gotta rock later. So would y'all possibly want like another stream early tomorrow before the Twitch side of things? And we could finish with the rest of the stories plus like I could possibly work on some music stuff? Like, I don't know why I just got hit with the big eepers. Yeah, that's Fia's. I mean, I could go over the craft and stuff, but like, I feel like if I give myself like one more day to like go through everything, we can kind of tackle it all together. Plus, I'm trying to like build up my yapping aptitude, my yaptitude, if you will. So, I don't know. This might be a good time to end it. Plus, I have a feeling that some of y'all... Hey, you know what? Tell you what, gamers, if you want to see me play some Space Marines 2 and possibly join on in, or possibly spread some heresy and make it a little bit hard for me to play, I'll be live on another platform tonight here in... Give me like 40 minutes. I gotta go grab a snack. And I also gotta go prep for that. It's gonna be a slightly spicier stream, just heads up on that, just letting you know ahead of time. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, though, for hopping on in. And if you're new here, hello, hey, hi, how are you? My name's Scout. I'm your local cyber succubus. I'm a music producer and variety streamer. I play a lot of games primarily a lot from Nintendo. A lot of Zelda, a lot of Pokemon, a lot of Risk Rain, a lot of Monster Hunter, and lately a lot of Souls games. So if that's your vibe, hope you stick on around. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, midnight Eastern. And yeah, we'd love to have you over on the Twitch side of things. Can I get my Twitch linked real quick, Kethel? Also, if you want to know where I'm going to be later tonight, there's going to be a very, very, very spicy stream tonight over on the alt channel. So if you want to know where that is, go check out the Discord. We'd love to have you. Yeah, gamers, if you want to find me on Twitch, I'm over here. And if you want to check out the Discord and know where the spicy streams are, feel free to check me out right over here. Just make sure to read the rules on the way in. My streams are 18+. So, if you're under the age of 18, please kindly GTFO. Otherwise, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy your stay. And yeah, I'll be live over on the other channel shortly, so... Bye! Look, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm starting to slowly level up my yapping skills. I'm still learning, but... I'll make sure that I'm nice and prepped for each stream, so... Bye! There's gonna be more Warhammer content on Thursday. More Warhammer content Thursday, hopefully way earlier. Thursday. I'll make sure that I'm ready for it. And sending it all off in 3, 2, 1, and... Bye! Bye!